Welcome back, stoners and D&D gamers. We are Magical Munchies, and I'm the object of your dirtiest, filthiest, disgustingest dreams. And I know what you're up to, you fucking sicko, and I like it. E, your DM for the evening. Let's go ahead and meet our gaming smokers. Starting with Blue, since you're the first person I see. Let's finish it.
Hello, I'm Blue. I'm playing a sun elf named Balfarin. First in the banquet, first out.
Period. Just coming for a plate.
Mountains of plates of food in my hand.
Yeah, just coming for a plate. Don't mind me. I love it. Bunny, how about you?
Hi, I'm Bunny. I'm playing Enid, our favorite tiefling. I might be a sad bitch, but I'm a bad bitch.
Period. We love it. Depression with attitude.
Period.
Zamabam?
I'm Somb. I'm playing the totally cool frog, Star Bob. See what I did there? How you like that pun?
Totally, I get it. Oh, so much smoke.
Not the smoke. I'm talking about a stinky Sir Bob over there.
I should do something with this thing. No, I even smell like vanilla now.
You smell like vanilla now, but...
Yeah.
There we go.
Hey, ew. And last but definitely not least, Moon.
Hi, I'm Moon. I'll be playing as Azaria Atticus, our well-and-loved bard. And I just gotta say, decaying has never looked hotter over here. I'm so excited.
Me too. It's been a while, guys.
It has.
The last time that we were together, you guys got to work with Professor Student, and his after-school activity was looking for a certain sports ball coach. Because I don't care enough about sports, I care enough about what specific sports ball she's a coach of. Sports ball.
Sports ball.
You're up. Yeah. Just think of all of it. Like, they can basketball through the goal. I don't know.
They can basketball through the goal. I love it
Kick
here.
it. For all I care. I don't know. Sit on it. Hatch it like an egg. I don't know. I don't care. The only sport I know and care about is hockey. If the men aren't fighting and they're not hot, I don't want it. Goodness.
The men aren't fighting and they're not hot. I don't want it.
So you guys end up meeting with Professor Student, and you guys made it to the sports ball field where you saw like a large hole, and Professor Student pushed you in it, and you think you remember that there were other students falling in that hole with you. Like, some of you might have more of a memory than others, but one thing you know for sure is you don't quite remember their names if you ever got them, and with how much activity was going on, you don't know if you really caught the features of their faces. You just kind of remember there was other people, you think. And you fall into the hole, and there is a statue, and suddenly your memory jumped. And you guys are fighting fairy dragons in a field. And one of you accidentally attacks head on the dragon. Not nice to the dragon, and they go ballistic. I wonder who that was. I wonder who hit the dragon.
Plastic side-eye. Some of us just wanted to talk to it, but you know, it's whatever.
I was like, everybody be calm. No.
Which then ensued a big battle, and suddenly things change again. Originally thinking it was another illusion from the fairy dragons, you all find yourselves separated in what looks to be an elementary school with the same insignia of the of the college that you guys are going to. And upon your investigations and trying to figure out where you're at, you keep running into the same ghost children. All of you having your own different experiences with these ghost children until inevitably you are together again. Or so you think. Because Professor Student was with you. You remember him fighting the fairies. You remember him getting into the elementary school. But you don't quite remember if he followed beyond entering the elementary school. And as you are all trying to remember Professor Student, more and more of your memory of him starts to disappear. But you can't focus on that, as Sir Bob has just gotten necrotic damage from a fog that it has encased the entire elementary school. A fog that you can't escape from, but your birds can fly through. Or so you think. Who would like to start us off?
Man, I vote Enid because they kicked the kid.
Recap, right? Like, I didn't leave anything out.
Nah, that was a great recap. You did amazing. I was super into it. That was the great one. Yeah, Enid, go first. You kicked the kid.
Notes from that last
No.
session, and it's nothing. It's nothing. I had to pull that from my ass.
I had to pull that
Wait,
from
did
my
you
ass.
kick or punch the kid?
They
That's what
kicked
I-
him.
Kicked.
I
Okay.
kicked
Kick the kid right in the chest.
that kid.
Yep.
Full in the chest.
Sparta kicked that motherfucker.
Yeah. Like, holy shit, ghost child. Fucking
It
yeet.
scared me.
And
It
they
scared
locked me in a room. Drug my ass.
But you guys are all currently, but I think some of you might still be in the office area, but I know Sir Bob has ventured out and he is in the main entrance area. I don't know who else went with Sir Bob. And look at me not calling you Prickles. What was that?
But I feel like Balfrin followed, but I could.
I mean, it's honestly where you want to put yourself right now because I didn't write it down, so just pop yourself somewhere. Just place yourself on the map.
I followed Bob. I followed Vanilla Boy.
You're still in the office?
Mhm.
Moon, where do you have Azaria?
They were in the office in the fucking. I think they went from the secretaries to the principals and stuff looking for things when all of a sudden everybody came in there and then Enid kicked something while I was like trying to scavenge through, trying
Yeah.
to look to see who went to the school.
I'm innocent.
And I believe,
I remember because.
yeah, the last thing you guys heard was the kids saying that they were going to tell Mrs. Donahue.
And
Yeah.
we were searching through the files, and that's when I was like, oh, I'm part of the broke kids, and Azaria is not.
Yeah, and I was like,
we were circled. Yeah.
Yeah. And before Professor Student could like fully explain that to you, which you currently right now don't even remember that conversation, but before when he was trying to explain it to you, that's when he got.
oh my god.
But yeah, so currently you guys know that you're with your group. In character, you guys wanted to have a group name. Did anybody figure out what that is, or did you want to figure out in character as time goes?
Oh my god, I thought I wrote it down what we were. Hold on, let me try to find my notebook.
I need to write it down.
Oh my
Okay,
god,
so
I
we
didn't
do
write
all
it down.
that.
I remember it being like SS. I just don't remember,
Yeah,
so
I don't remember anything other than I don't remember nothing.
I'm like, what the fuck does SS stand for? Secret sluts? Like what? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Is it
Think-
secret
Is it
sluts?
so-
No, I
Wasn't
think
it something with stupid or something.
I thought it was something sleuth.
Yeah. Well, I
Oh,
guess we'll
no.
just have to redo it. Everybody forgot because of all the excitement that went around, and now we all forgot our fucking secret name. If we survive this, we'll just make one up out of the adventures that happened.
I love that.
Yeah,
I
we
love
should
that.
have like
Alright.
a defining moment where we come up with something, maybe.
Yes.
Oh, I like that. I like that idea. That's a nice idea. I like that, Boulder. That's a nice bold.
That's a nice boulder.
Alright, so who's trying to start us off? Because we haven't started yet.
I vote Enid since they kicked the kids.
You only said that because I'm trying
Yeah,
to.
kid kicker.
Hey,
I got drugged because of you.
we all agreed that that was the most reasonable response.
For your character, shit.
Really, I'm not saying that it wasn't in character and that it wasn't funny. All I'm saying is that, consequences.
It was hilarious, and
It
that kid
was.
deserved it. Fine, I'll go
Didn't
first.
deserve it. He was a kid. He was a kid. Y'all got mad at me for making y'all kill a dog, and I'm just supposed to be like, well, the kid deserved it. When you kick a kid,
Yeah, because like I was trying to grab Buki's hand, and guess what? Not some goblin, ghost ass, punk ass kid.
the gods that happened. He was gone, and the kid tried to take your hand.
Some punk ass kid
Dude,
tried
that
touching me. I
happened.
was like, "You ain't Buki."
That's so funny. I mean, it's not funny. It's sad that you're
It's hilarious.
gone. But to be fair, you also want to bang his girlfriend, so.
I wanted to be in a polyamorous relationship. I'm such an
Nobody
ally.
said he's dead. Nobody said he's dead, though. That's the thing. Nobody said he's dead. Alright? All I said was I have a list, and I know what all the NPCs are that are gonna die. I know what they are already. I never said one of them was him.
That's true. That's true.
I'll cry.
I'll sob. I'll throw up actually, right now.
I'll piss myself. I'll shit myself.
Kermit sewer slide, okay? Like,
Okay.
make you do character sheet right now.
Call me an Ember Turd.
I'm so bad at starting these things.
Don't traumatize me.
Just tell me what your character's doing. That's how you start. Just be like, okay, I want to do this. You know that you're in the office, so what do you want to do in the office? You just kicked a kid. Just think of it like the last session never ended. So you just kicked a kid, professor student's gone, you are starting to forget things about him. And you don't even remember if he was next to you that entire time. You just remember that you kicked a kid because he touched your hand.
Can I roll a I don't know if perception or investigation, trying to figure out why I'm losing these memories or what's happening? Who's that kid?
Roll history.
History. Hold on. I got 15.
You know that it isn't caused from a normal arcanic means. To have your memory being taken away to this extent, it would either have to be a hag, which you know is not here. Based off of that 15, you know the signs of a hag, and you know what the different hags would have if they were fucking around with in elementary school. So you know it's not that. You know it's not like a normal spellcaster, and you know in order to lose your memory like this, it would have to be through a very strong potion, which you know you did not drink. You do not remember drinking anything whatsoever, and that is for a fact, and that's for everybody. You know you did not drink anything. But you, aside from that, that 15 is too low to know exactly what's going on here.
Definitely.
But it did give you a lot of info. So what do you want to do? What do you want to do now that you got that information?
I feel like you would have that I'm missing somebody, and was just gonna go look around, try to see where Azaria is, so I know that she's closest.
Yeah, you find Azaria in the principal's office, rummaging through his desk drawers. Azaria, all of the principal's drawers are unlocked except for 3 drawers that are a part of a filing cabinet that is tucked in the corner.
Yo, check it. So
When
let
you
me
said that, I thought you were gonna start rapping.
check it. So I just have a fuck ton of daggers. Could I roll for strength to try to? Because I don't got any pick locks. But could I try to break them open with a dagger? Because it's obviously old. They're old, so I imagine they'll break a lot easier. So I'm gonna roll for. Let me 1 second. 1 second, because I want to see if I have
Yeah.
like a. Hold on. Should I roll for strength or should I roll for hit and damage?
Strength, because you're prying it open.
Okay, just checking.
Because if you damage these, they won't open ever.
Okay.
You'll just destroy it.
I got a 5.
You snap one of your dagger blades in half. And
Oh.
while you are struggling to pry the drawers open, one snaps.
Oh
And the
man.
blade is now permanently lodged into that drawer.
Oh man. Let me get rid of one of these daggers. Well, it's fine. I still got 4 more daggers. Can I search to see if like maybe there's a key somewhere in like the desk or underneath the cabinet, or just to see if there's a key to open them?
Yeah, absolutely. Roll for investigation.
Should have done that first, but she was like eager. She's like, let's be fast. I just heard somebody screaming outside because it got fucking singed by acid.
Not acid, it was necrotic damage.
Oh yeah,
Which is
necrotic. Okay. Yeah, that's great. Please don't do me dirty. I got a 10.
You find you find a key that's connected to what looks to be a thin chain that one would wear, though this key looks too small to fit into any of these drawers, but it does look almost as if it has been almost polished, like it's been constantly used.
I'm gonna pocket
It's
that.
the one thing in the room that doesn't look as old as everything else.
I'm gonna keep that with me. I'm gonna pocket that because if it's been polished, it's obviously worth something. But I'm gonna write that down. I cannot spell. I will say that my handwriting is looking super cute today for how fast I'm writing. Other than that, I can't get it open. I would ask Enid for help to open up these. I'd be like, I think that we might be able to find something. I'm just trying to find who went to this school, or if we could figure out what's going on. If there's like any records on anything on the school, why it's not open anymore, other than the fact that, monsters are now camping out and making this is their new home. And on top of that, because Azaria had pieced it together, the symbol on the school was the same symbol in their university. Like on the floor and stuff, they had the same school logo. And she had pieced it together mentally and stuff that she thinks that the school was built on top of the university. Like she thinks that the university was built on the same grounds and on top of it. And so she's like, I think there's got to be records here of why this place isn't, even if it's not records and it's just notes or maybe a fucking personal like journal or something. There has to be something in one of these rooms. And I'm trying to open up this filing cabinet. And so that's what she would share with Enid. Kind of panicked. She looks more frantic to get out now, knowing that she knows you kicked a ghost and she knows that people are going missing, but she can't remember shit, and it's kind of freaking her out.
You all remember hearing the kids screaming that they're gonna go tell Miss Donahue, but aside from that, you don't remember what else happened before you started rummaging through these drawers.
Yeah. And then she remembers when they were in the classroom and fucking Bob was like, you should turn around. And she doesn't remember turning around, but she remembers him saying that and then being in a hallway. So she's like, so her brain was like, something in here is making us forget that it's here. So there's something with us that we either can't see or wipes our memory when we come into a certain proximity of it. And she has no idea what...
Inspiration.
Thank you. Oh, I have 2
Wasn't
inspirations
the
now.
name written on the fucking whiteboard as well. Wasn't her name?
It
written?
Was.
So everyone, no, only me and Azaria would know that, right?
No, because when I was with the kids, they also mentioned Donna.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, but we don't know. So I would just register the name. I'm probably more like because I just got fucking burned by fog or whatever it was. Oh yeah.
Fog.
Frogs. Whatever it is. The frogs didn't do that.
Special fog. It's a fun fog.
I think at the moment Azaria would think that it involves like either proximity and stuff, like you have to be within a certain range, or you have to meet a certain criteria for it to be able to wipe your mind. But she has no idea what it is because she can't think of anything. I remember rolling bad and not being able to know of any type of monster or creature that would be able to do that. So right now she's thinking there has to be a certain criteria that you have to meet for it to be able to wipe memories.
As you are thinking this and you guys are standing in the room, as quickly as you blink, suddenly you are almost halfway out of the principal's office, almost rushing through the doorway before you stop and you can't remember why.
Ugh.
The fuck? In character, by the way.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna get in character. Asher, move. Oh my fucking god, it happened again. Were you with me and fucking Froggy? Froggy with the helmet, no longer wearing his helmet? You know what I'm talking about, Bob? When this happened, Bob was like, turn around. And this happened. And I can't remember. And it just happened again. So that means there's something in there that is either horrifying, and they said that they were gonna tell some fucking lady on us. What if that's some fucking lady, but we can't see them? Or it's obviously a woman. They keep calling her Miss, and she's gonna pretend like she can't remember because she's stressed, she's going through a lot. She's like, you remember the kid who you kicked and they said they were gonna tell somebody? What if that's them, but it's not like a she, like it's actually something different? And I have no idea what the fuck. But now we can't find the files. I mean, maybe if I don't want to use somebody as lure bait right now and stuff, and we can't leave I don't know what the fuck. She's panicking. She's like trying to think of what to do and what her next move is and stuff. She's like, well, they were obviously going to come into the office, and now she's like, where's everybody else? Can we see anybody else?
Wait, so the way that the building looks is, so here's the front doors, and then this is like the entryway, and it has the large school logo on it. And then to the, depending on how you're looking, I guess your right of the doors is the office, and the front of the office is the reception, and across from the reception is the guidance counselor, and then further back and around the corner is the principal's office. So no, you would not be able to see them.
Okay. So, she would want to use message because she knows where they're at. They were still in the where fucking Balfrin was. She was still in the area.
Does your message have any limitations?
It can go up to 120 feet. It says that the only thing it cannot go through is it says it can go through a foot of stone, an inch of common metal, or thin sheet of lead, and 3 feet of wood. It doesn't have to follow a straight line or anything. It can curve around corners and openings.
Is there a certain amount of words that you can use, or no?
It says it has to be a short paragraph. Like, it has to be short. It can't be long.
So that would be 10 words.
Okay. So I would whisper, and it would sound like me. It would sound like me, so she would know that it's obviously me. I'd be like, be careful. She's in there with you.
You know where she is, because you guys are right now. It looks like you're running out of the principal's office. They're not anywhere near the principal's office.
Okay, I would put.
So do you want to change your words, or do you want to keep those words?
Let me. I'm gonna write it down and try to do fucking 10 words.
What would you want to do, Enid? Because you're also trying to run out of the principal's office.
Enid is trying to get his thoughts together because she mentioned were you with me when this happened? But he was like, no, I was with. Who was I with? I don't know who I was with. That is all that's running through his head is, I swear I was with somebody. Because Balfrin was on the other side of the door, but he was with student. but he can't remember that. But he's like, I swear to God, I was with someone, and that's just running through his head while she's figuring that out. He's also just confused and discombobulated.
Okay, so I did it, and I wrote it down so it's exactly 10 words.
Bet. Let's go.
It says, beware, she's in principal's office, hide or run, Balfrin.
Perfect. Balfrin, you hear this almost as if Azaria is talking in the same room as you.
It comes off as a small whisper, so it's like I'm talking in your ear, but nobody else would hear it.
Sensual. I didn't ship it before, but I do now.
I've been shipping this since day one.
What do you want to do after hearing that information, Balfrin?
I want to woo. I'm with Bob, right?
Yes, you're currently with Sir Bob.
I want to relay that message to Sir Bob when he comes back. But in the meantime, is there anything around me that can I do investigation to look for some rope?
You can, yeah.
Welcome back.
Zon, did you hear what Blue said?
No.
I got a message from Azaria, and she says we need to hide because the lady is coming.
It's the only lady they've been talking about, so I figure she would know.
I would look at Balfron and then I would like ribbit nervously. Don't look behind you.
I'm gonna look behind me.
You are suddenly almost towards the cafeteria going down the hallway when you stop, not remembering why you're there, how you got there, but you're in a cold sweat.
Do I notice
Both of
he's gone, right?
Yeah, you're
Both
yeah,
are
both of
like,
you. Yeah.
oh, okay.
I want to do a history check because I was in the middle of looking for a rope, and then now I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So I'm gonna do a history check to remember what the fuck I was looking
I
or what I was doing.
Want to
Got
do
20,
that actually.
A dirty 20. Got a dirty
All
20.
right. Dirty 20. You don't remember much besides there was something that filled you with so much fear that you could do nothing but run from it. You're 11. You don't know. You just know you pissed yourself.
With the 20, would I remember the words that Sir Bob just said to me?
Yes.
And also what Azaria
What
said
he
to me?
said, don't start. Yeah. You remember the Azaria warning, and then you remember what Sir Bob said to you, and then the next thing you remember is being filled with so much fear. This fear is possibly worse than the fear that you felt when you were looking at the house. Whereas that one was drawing you closer, this one makes you want to do nothing but run.
And you said we're in front of the cafeteria now, right?
You're in the hallway heading to the cafeteria. So there is a hallway, and then the hallway splits, and then down the other hallway is the cafeteria. And then if you keep following the hallway that you're on, you'll go to the gymnasium.
And I remember my messages. So at this point, I feel like Balfrin, because she remembered Sir Bob saying not to look behind her, and Azaria was also warning us to hide. She's gonna try and look for some kind of reflective surface because shit, I can't turn around. What if I hold a mirror with my mage hand and have something always checking our backs? But I don't have a mirror. Ooh, can I use my dagger?
You could, if it's reflectory, any reflectory would work as a mirror. You shine a blade enough. You'll be able to see yourself in it.
Can I investigate in the hallway if there's like some sort of, is there like a mirror? There's something I can break, like a shard of mirror.
See that down the hall where the cafeteria is, there's also a bathroom, set of bathrooms for boys and girls. There would definitely be a mirror in there.
I'm gonna make my way towards the restroom.
Sir Bob, are you following or are you staying?
I'm following. I don't know what's going on. I'm just following. Apparently I pissed myself and I'm hoping no one noticed that.
Oh my god.
You smell like vanilla, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's mask the thing. I'll hop in one of the toilets to mask it.
Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious. What was I gonna say? Alright, so as you make your way to the bathrooms, you hear footsteps behind you, hurried footsteps, and you can't quite remember, but you think you heard something hissing. But it's like right on the edge of your memory. If you think too hard on it, it could possibly disappear, but you think you remember a hissing. And suddenly you see, stopping in the hallway, is Enid and Azaria, panting, with their eyes wide open in shock, terrified. But they don't remember why. And they don't remember how they got there.
We see them stopped in front of us in the hallway?
Stopped near you. So the same place that you stopped, they stopped. You guys went down that fork in the road, that type of hallway that has like a little break in it. You went down that way. So they're like in that little opening where like all the three hallways meet.
Balvern's first reaction would be like seeing them scared like that and then also hearing that. I'm gonna say out loud, did you guys hear that? You heard that too?
Can I?
Everybody.
Did we hear
Azaria
it?
and Enid do not remember hearing it.
Do I hear it?
Just like Belfrin, it's on the edge of your memory. Like you think you did, but you're not quite sure. Like it could be just a trick of the mind. You're not quite there. It's just a flutter of a memory.
I'm just gonna shrug. Rivet.
I'm gonna dash to the bathroom. I'm dashing to
Alright,
the bathroom.
you dash to the bathroom. You all see Belfrin just completely take off into one of the bathrooms.
I'm out.
What do you want to do, Azaria and Enid?
Did I see them dash into the bathroom?
You did. You also heard Belfrin asking if you heard that, but you don't know it.
Could I roll for like history or something to like try to try to remember like what the fuck could I have heard? Because she's gonna make me think about it.
Yeah, you can absolutely roll history.
Okay.
This little eyelash keeps popping off, and you can't even see it on the video, so I'm just gonna take my eyelashes off.
Yo,
You
that is
still
me.
look
This one
so
keeps
good.
lifting.
See, I look the exact same.
That's so weird.
Still a
You just
baddie.
pulled them
Still a
off.
baddie.
I got a dirty 20.
You're thinking really hard. You think you may remember what they're talking about. You think that you have that flutter, that hiss. But was it a growl? Was it a grunt? How close was it? And as you're sitting there and you're trying to remember, realization hits you as it was a hiss, and it was right next to your ear.
Ooh, she feels like a chill up her spine and stuff, and she feels like the hairs on the back of her neck standing up as she quickly grabs Enid and runs into the bathroom behind them and stuff. Like, the best thing we can do. Do I still have motherfucking Enamore cuffed to me? For fuck's sake?
Yeah, no, he's with you. Don't get.
Come here, Buki. I'm grabbing them all.
That shit. I know I haven't said shit with about him or anything, but he's there. I'm sorry, I forgot. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, Ian Moore is still there.
I am grabbing Enid by the wrist, because I don't want to grab them by their hand and make them uncomfortable, so I'm grabbing them by their wrist and stuff in like a concerned grasp. Well, I am grabbing my new Buki by the hand, and I'm booking us into the bathroom. I don't care what bathroom we're going into a bathroom. They're all the same to me. We are booking it in after Balfrin, and
The first bathroom is the one that would be closest to you, and that is the one that Balfrin and Sir Bob also went into. And you guys are now all in this bathroom, and it looks clean. It doesn't look old. The linoleum almost looks new. The stalls look freshly clean. You can see that there's like little scribbles around, like if you go into one of the stalls, you see there's little scribbles around where you can pull off for the toilet paper, where kids were like writing little messages and drawing on it. And everything looks almost too nice until you turn and you see the mirror has been painted over.
I am going for one of the toilets. I'm just sploosh right into it.
You're in that toilet. You're in there.
I'm closing the lid.
Well, frogs do need to hydrate, so.
Yeah, that too.
I'm grabbing paper towels, and I want to see if I can, like.
The paint is pretty dry. It's a little bit of it flakes off, and you can see that the mirror is behind the paint. But aside from like really heavy duty scrubbing, the paint would not peel. The paint, by the way, is white.
And
Could I take a dagger and start scraping the paint off?
Yeah, you could do so. Roll a dexterity so you don't break the glass.
Okay, alright. I got a 10! What's with the low numbers? We took a break.
You managed to get a very small portion of the corner chiseled off before you accidentally crack it.
I'm not worried
I see
about
her
a
crack it.
crack.
Yeah, what was that?
I saw her crack it.
Yeah, you saw her crack it.
I'm gonna undo the wraps on my arm, and I'm gonna wrap my hand up, and I want to strength check and punch that area because I'm trying to break a piece of the clean glass. I want that
It's
glass.
a little portion, like it's a teeny tiny portion.
I'm not trying
But
to
is
break
it
the
enough
glass.
for me to see with it.
No.
It's
It
not.
was a 10.
Alright,
It was a 10.
fuck it. It's unsalvageable. Fuck it. I'm just gonna use my dagger.
It's only a tiny bit, and I'm gonna look at Buff, and I'm like, I'm trying to clean it. I'm trying to clean off the mirror, because if the mirrors are clean, what if whatever we're fighting doesn't like its reflection, or that causes something like you see how
Are
it
you
makes.
saying this?
Yeah, I'm talking to you because I saw you want to go for the glass, and so I'm letting you know why I'm chiseling the paint off. Like,
And I'm seeing that your Balfrin's gonna see that you're struggling, and she's just gonna whip her dagger out and clean her dagger instead.
hell yeah. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna keep
towel.
going.
I'm gonna get some Wawa and some soap, and you're gonna
Let
see
me
me clean my
see.
dagger. And I'm like, ooh, shiny.
You have a reflector then. You can go ahead and write it down in your notes that your dagger can work as a reflector. A makeshift little mirror.
Crack it up.
Gracious. Sir Bob, what are you doing in that toilet?
I don't know at this point. I'm stoking. I'll jump out of the toilet, but I want to take the lid.
The toilet lid?
Yeah.
Are you going to use that as a shield?
Oh yeah, if I can.
You can absolutely use it as a shield. I will, it is a toilet lid, but it is porcelain, so that means +1 to your AC.
Okay, how do I do that? Do I just add that as a note?
You just write it in your notes. Little toilet lid shield.
Little toilet lid shield is crazy.
Toilet lid shield. That was a mouth. I fucked all that up.
Nah, you're doing great. You're doing
That
great.
was like a twister.
That was a tongue twister.
Are there how is the soap in the bathroom? Like, is it the one that's built into the sink, or is it on the wall? Like, I can take it off the wall.
You can take it off the wall.
I'm ripping one off the wall.
Alright, you rip the soap off the wall.
I want a container of soap.
Alright, take that container. It's not hard to take a soap thing off the wall, so you don't gotta roll for that. Alright, so you have the reflector, you have the shield. What is the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna give it another try to clean this thing off because that hurt.
Give me another dexterity.
Yeah, she's like, I don't care. I'm gonna get it. Like, she's just bad at it.
Enid's gonna try to help her. If that's cool.
And see, with the help, you can roll with advantage. So you roll twice.
Okay, I got a 17 and I'm gonna do the 17. I got a
I think
17.
you should do the 17. I also think you should do the 17.
Yeah, it's either that or a 7. I'm gonna go with the 17.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a little better.
When
You get a third of it cleaned off.
Okay, cool. That's good. That's better. She's so a third of it would still
Can
be
I get
enough.
a perception check from anybody who's looking into the mirror?
Fuck, that would be me.
Yeah, I am
That'd be
too.
me. I'm looking at my.
I was gonna ask if there
I'm
was any
11.
like pieces of mirror on like that was
I got a
shattered off
19.
that I could pocket. So
What
I
are
don't know
you
if that counts.
talking?
Nothing's shattered. It was just cracked.
11.
Oh, okay.
I got a
I guess I'm
19.
looking at it then, right?
Yeah, percepi.
Alright, so we got a 19 and 11, 11. Ooh, you got an 18? Look at us go,
Yeah, I
Bob!
got an 18.
Bob.
Yeah.
So 2 11s, and then why is nothing loading? What's going on with me? So I gotta reload my page, probably.
Take
I
your
do.
time.
I don't want it to take its time.
I said take your time. We can jump the page together.
So, luckily, all of you gets to see this. Looking through the mirror, you guys can see yourselves, but the bathroom is completely different. It's rancid and destroyed, and the tiles have been uprooted. And there's stains that look like something was dripping down the walls. And when you look at the bathroom with your own eyes, it looks pristine. It looks fine. But through the mirror, it looks abandoned.
What's it smell like?
The bathroom that you're in, well, you can't smell through a mirror, so it smells like pine floor cleaning.
Can I
So
roll
even though we
Arcana?
see the nastiness and I smell it, it doesn't smell like what I'm seeing.
It does not smell like what you're seeing. Yeah, you can roll an Arcana.
What the fuck is reading?
You have a sneaking suspicion that Fae are behind this.
I want to roll an Arcana too, because
Hey,
Yeah, me too.
I'm rolling it.
do I remember the dragons?
Fuck
You
yeah.
remember the dragons.
I got an 11.
Dragons.
An
I got
investi-
Fae and the dragons.
I want to roll an investigation to feel the nasty floor.
You can. With the 11, the Fae topic that's getting brought up sounds absolutely stupid. Now, a hag. It could be a hag.
I know it's not a hat.
I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, you know it's not a hag. With your 15, Enid, you think you remember reading something about this, but you're not really sure. Like, you think you remember reading about it, but you probably weren't really, like, paying attention. So, like, it's, like, on the tip of your tongue, but you don't know exactly what it is. You're like, I kind of sort of know a little bit that this mirror can do something cool, but I don't know what.
I feel like when he brings up the Fae and stuff, she would like pat him on his back like,
You don't notice shit with that age. It just feels like a regular floor.
oh shit.
Regular smooth linoleum.
I
Yeah.
think I have a thing I can do.
What?
I want to roll an Arcana to see, because as an elf, is this glamour magic?
So
I
yeah,
was
you could do it.
thinking if I can cast Identify.
Oh, I already did that in the fucking cafeteria.
Yeah, you could cast your
I wanna do
identify.
that. I want to do that on the mirror.
That's so fucking smart. I didn't even think of that.
With the 13, it you basically think the exact same as both Enid and Azaria. You think it's hag magic, but you also remember reading something about the mirror, and you can't quite remember what.
But
yeah. So how do you want your identify to work? How do you want it to be presented? Because everybody's magic is presented differently.
When I touch the mirror, there's like it looks like little sparkly bubbles, like coming from my hand when I make contact.
Oh, so like
Alright,
holographic.
so that's how the spell works, but how do you want your identify to work? How do you want it to give you the information? So, like, for
Yeah,
Azaria, it's stuck
when
in
I-
her head, and then for, like, other people, it could be presented as if, like, a hologram and stuff like that. It's anything that you want it to be. It can be, as long as it can give you the information.
Yeah, but the thing is, you choose one object that you must touch through the casting of the spell. If it's a magic item or some other magic inbound object, you learn its properties and how to use them.
Yeah,
Whatever
I'm
it
just
requires
asking how you want
attunement,
the
blah blah blah.
information.
Yeah, I want the
Like,
information.
how do you want to how do you want to get the information? Do you want it like Azaria, where it was said in your head, or do you want it through a different means? Is what I'm asking.
Do you want to like?
I want it said in my head, like in my own voice.
My own voice.
Okay, well, I cannot copy your voice, so
Yeah, I know.
I'll just do the voice that I do when I make fun of guys.
Yes, I'm so ready for this.
Period.
Right, so I guess this here is called like a truth mirror, and it's like so cool, dude. And like, so if you look through the mirror, it shows you the truth around your surroundings through any type of glamour magic and any type of hallucinations. It's pretty rad, dude. It's pretty rad. That's
With
meant.
That's
with that
cannot.
information, I knock on the mirror. You know, I slap on the mirror a little bit, like you slap on a car, and I'm like, it's the truth mirror.
It's a
Like,
truth mirror.
on a car.
You saying that out loud?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You're doing
Pitching it like he's at a dealership. This here.
This here, this baby right here, 10 out of 10. I tell you.
Great.
Yeah.
So edges, crystal clean reflectors, truth mirror.
You're like,
You'll never get it anywhere else. Oh, here, baby.
It's a banger, and I know bangers.
It's a no, right?
And I know bangers.
Can I do a history check to see what I remember about truth mirrors? Or like,
Absolutely, you can do a history check to remember what you remember.
Remember what you remember.
About
I
the
wanna
thing.
get a piece of the cracked
I got
mirror.
a 15.
I laughed so hard I blew out my candle. 15, you remember that the truth mirrors are usually used by high-ranking mages that usually have, like, political leanings. They're usually used to, like, help find, like, the best candidate by putting, like, certain politicians in front of these mirrors, and then the mirror will show the politician's true nature on the inside and not just, like, who that politician is and stuff like that. You also remember that truth mirrors don't always show the truth, like not the truth, but it doesn't show what is physically there, only the truth of the place.
I want to clean more of the mirror off. I want to break it.
Break
You can
piece
break
off
the mirror. Yeah, you can break the mirror and take a shard or two.
All right,
Yeah, I
I'm
wanna
gonna
take
do
a
that.
shot.
I'm gonna wrap my hand in. I'm gonna fucking. Let's see. What am I wearing? I think I'm wearing a jacket. What am I wearing? I think I have like a jacket that I can use, and I'll just put it back on. Whatever. I'll shake it off the glass or whatever, and just put it back on. But I'm gonna wrap my hand around it, and I'm gonna deck the mirror, like in the middle, so that if I deck the part that's clean and stuff, like it's not gonna go into pieces.
Yeah. All right. So you end up breaking off. I would say 4 large shards,
All right.
but you all get a little bit of it.
All right, bet. I'm
Can I
gonna
steal
pocket one of them.
Yeah, you can get one. It's 4 shards, so you can all get one.
Yeah, I'll
I'm
take
grabbing
one.
a shard.
I'm
Now I got
snatched.
2
I
reflects.
snatched that bitch.
I'm gonna grab paper. Is there paper towels? Is there like fucking? Is there like is it? There's paper towels, right? There's not like.
Yeah, there's paper towels.
I'm gonna grab paper towels so I don't end up slicing my finger on this glass. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah, do
hold
that.
it with paper towels.
Grab it.
Take care of yourself.
I'm gonna use it and I'm gonna kind of reflect it around the bathroom while I look in to like see everything. And I'm gonna be like, look, Ian Moore, check through this. You see everything? Isn't this crazy? Let's see if we can get out with this shit. Try not to stab anybody with it. We need it.
I
Do
wanna
anyone have
use
glue
my
or
shard.
something?
I want to use my shard and look through the bathroom door.
Uh,
Like, I want to
use-
crack the door and hold it because, like, there was a fucking hissing, so.
So through the shard, it looks almost as if like there's pieces of wall missing, The shard shows that this building seems to be much, much older than it appears. Where the building just looks abandoned to you, it looks decrepit in the shard.
Oh my god. I feel unsafe.
It looks like it's very structurally unsound.
I'm gonna ask if anyone has glue.
I mean, I can check, but I don't think I do.
Particularly, I do not.
As you guys are trying to figure out what to do next and trying to figure out what exactly is going on, you begin to hear what sounds almost like carnival music coming from the cafeteria.
Carnival.
I gasped. You couldn't hear it, but I gasped.
Oh my
Alpha's
god.
gonna
What do you
look
mean I
and
couldn't
really
hear it? I'm right next to
disgusted.
you holding your wrist. I heard it and I'm telling you to shut up.
No, I meant like my mic didn't pick me up.
Oh, were you gasping in character or like out of character?
In character.
Okay, so
I
I totally told you to shut up because I'm scared.
You're gonna hear an audible gag from me. Carnival music?
I was
Hell
just thinking
nah.
about my baby lemon. My baby lemon would love that.
Disgusted.
As you're listening to it, it sounds almost as if it's on an old record. You can hear the scratches in it as it skips a little, and it bounces as it's playing. And it's oddly slow. It's a bit off-putting.
Psalm your face. He's like, oh, what
Is
the
it
fuck?
super loud?
Loud. It is filling up like the bathroom, the hallway, everywhere. It's very loud.
Oh my god. I have to think, would Azaria go to that? She is a big fan of music, but her thing is she doesn't like she would fuck with like circus and carnivals if it wasn't such a horror fest in here. Now it just feels like we're gonna run into killer clowns.
Pauldron's gonna look, like I said, she looks disgusted and she's getting annoyed by this corny ass music. So like, but she's also aware that we're in danger. I want to do a perception. I want to like put my hand to the ground because is it loud enough for me to feel the vibration?
Oh my
Yes,
goodness.
the music seems 100% real.
Like I don't even need to roll for that. That's nasty.
I love y'all.
No, the music, like she's annoyed as hell.
I'm over here like I'm trying to give y'all a fun time.
She's gonna take her boots off and she's gonna tie like the shoelaces around her thigh, one of her thighs, how the boots are hanging around her thigh, and because I'm trying to feel the vibrations to her feet, so she's gonna make some makeshift plugs with the paper towels.
Like in her ears.
Some makeshift earplugs. I'm not trying to hear that shit. I need to focus right now.
I'm not trying to hear that shit.
It does muffle it, but it doesn't reduce the sound 100%.
Okay, bet.
I want to. Well, I kind of want to approach it, but I want to be careful about
Thank
it.
you, May.
I want to be sneaky. I want to sneak towards it.
I don't
Roll a
wanna be
stealth
anywhere
for
near
me.
that shit.
We always need that one person in every
21.
scary movie. Come
21.
on. 21. You begin to creep. The others not seeing you make your way as they're too preoccupied with what almost sounds distorted now carnival music. As you are making your way to the doorway, you can see the cafeteria tables are filled with lush banquets of food. It looks delicious from all places of Ewin.
How does it
And,
look
you
to the
that-
mirror?
It's so good. It looks so good. It looks like the best food that you've ever seen. It smells absolutely divine. And there are, you see that all of the tables are filled with children who seem 100% alive, and they're eating and they're talking and they're having a good time. But they're all wearing very similar clothes. All of their clothes have different symbols that you notice to be from playing cards. You see that there are hearts, there are spades, there are cloves, and there are diamonds. And it seems they are sitting in order in those tables. All the diamonds at one table, all the hearts at one table, all the cloves at one table, and all the spades at one table. And in the middle table, you see that it looks like all the seats are empty, except for at the head of the table, there is a jester who is smiling and waving at you.
Oh, he sees me.
I'd like to look
He
through my
sees you.
shard.
Are we
Can
all
I-
over
can
there?
No,
The
because he
shard-
snuck over there. You guys didn't go over there.
The shard I have, can I? Is it like? Does it have paint on it? I'll ask that.
It does not. Your shard does not have paint on it.
So can I? If I turn
Like,
around,
it has
and
a little bit of paint on it, but, like, the paint is, like, in order to keep it safe for you to hold it, you know? So you don't cut yourself.
If I turn around slightly and I look through it, so I see what's like then behind me, how does it look?
Looks exactly like you saw it the first time, but the image looks like it keeps rippling, as if the mirror is trying to show you something, but it's unable to.
Okay.
Fuck
Yeah.
no.
I'm not gonna touch that.
Fuck that.
It seems weird. And okay, he's looking at me. That's
You see that he's smiling, the waving hand turns, and he starts beckoning you over, gesturing to the food, and you see that there are placemats at the table that he's at, and name cards on them. You can't read what's on those name cards, but he's gesturing to the table and trying to gesture you over.
Yeah,
You-
no.
You weren't hungry before, but you suddenly you're feeling kind of peckish.
Yeah,
You could
but
use
it's
a
like,
snack a lot.
but it's a stranger.
Kind of feel a little hungry.
But it's a stranger. Can I roll for something to see if like because I feel like it's like a lot of people, but if I'm hungry, I'm hungry. Can I roll something
What are you
to like
trying
see
to?
if
What do you want to do? Like a willpower type thing, like a wisdom.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can throw a wisdom
Yeah,
on
if
yourself.
I can. Yeah, if I can like. Okay, that's an.
For the rest of
18.
you guys, you don't know what's going on over there. You just see Sir Bob licking his lips, salivating, looking into the cafeteria.
I rolled an
In
18.
18, you do manage to have the willpower to get past your social awkwardness to get into the room.
Yeah, I'll get into the room. I'll go towards him.
So you guys watch Sir Bob enter the room. Is there anything else is there anything you guys want to do as you watch Sir Bob enter the cafeteria?
I think Azaria would just be standing there, jaw dropped, looking at everybody else like, we lost him. He's gone. He's fucking gone. Him and his fiance, they're gone forever. We're never seeing him again. He just entered whatever that was. He went to the music. He went to the decrepit. We're all dead. I'm just telling you this right now. She's like mid panic and stuff. Like, we're never getting out of here. We're gonna go missing like everybody else and all the other. Hold on, I have it written down. All the other 11 girlfriends and fucking missing people. Like, we're dead. We're dead. We're gonna die. You remember that clip? We're gonna die from Incredibles. That's her right now. She's like, she's barding this up, but she's like, I can't fight. All I do is sing and put people to sleep, and I will literally skadoosh myself into a coma right now.
Literally a Jigglypuff.
Literally.
He's heading towards the music. Like, we see him going
Yeah,
towards the music.
He was sneaking towards the music. You didn't see him sneak over, but you did see him in the doorway. And you saw him salivating, licking his lips, like while trying to decide if he should enter or not, and then you saw him enter the cafeteria.
I wanna do that or shove him.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
trying
you
to
guys
see if I can
can't
do that
stop me.
I'm trying to see if I can do that first. I can't.
Wait,
I
what are
have-
you trying to see?
Trying to see if I can shove him with my telekinetic shove. I'm trying to see if I have the range to do it because I'm not next to him. If you already know Mage Hand, this increases the spell by 3. Is 60 feet enough?
He's a bit further. No, I feel like 60 feet would be enough. 60 feet would be enough, yeah. Sorry, Sir Bob. You're not gonna eat just yet.
I want to use my telekinetic shove, and he needs to make a strength saving throw and beat a. I gotta do math. Wait. You gotta beat 11. A strength save of 11.
You know, I only rolled an 8.
Okay.
I'm not very strong.
You can't
So,
push outside of the room, basically.
It moves him. Yeah, it moves him 5 feet toward me.
Yeah, so whereas you were walking into the room, a mage hand appears in front of you and then shoves you back outside of the cafeteria into the
Yelling down
hallway.
the hallway. What the fuck are you doing? This is not time to be munching.
As you're yelling at him, the fumes from the cafeteria are starting to hit your nose, and it smells so good. And there's something hidden in the smell that smells familiar. You think that's your mama's cooking.
Good.
That's crazy. I mean, if she's smelling her mom's cooking, she's gonna start walking towards the cafeteria too. She's gonna start walking towards Sir Bob too.
Zarya and Enid, you watch as Belfrin was getting ready to yell at Sir Bob and was like, and then just started walking towards Sir Bob.
Might be big that time. I don't know.
I'm so confused. I'm like, should I go? Should I not?
Belfrin, as you get to the doorway, you see everything that Sir Bob saw. You see the banquet of food. You see the children, and you see the jester waving you over and gesturing to the table that has name cards and placemats.
All this corny ass music is still playing, muffled.
You can see that the record player is kind of close to him. It's like off to the side a little.
Because I feel like she's gonna see the scenery, and her first thought is gonna be like, "My mom's cooking, but where's my mom?" So I want to look around the cafeteria. Where's my mom? Do I need to roll an investigation?
Yeah, you would have to roll an investigation. Sir Bob, you see that Buffrin enters the cafeteria, and for Zarya and Enid, after you guys leave the bathroom, you'll see them entering the cafeteria.
I got a 15.
Got a 15?
15. You don't know where your mom is, but on, like, every table, you see, like, quite a few dishes you know that only your mom makes, because she created them. So she definitely has her food here. You just don't know where she is. But as you're making your way around, you end up at that table where that jester is. And you see the name tags has you guys' name on them. And there's multiple name tags. And there's names of people you don't remember who they are. Like, there's just strangers' names in there mixed amongst your name.
I'm gonna be looking visibly confused. Like, where's my mom? Getting overstimulated with this corny ass music. I want to use the mirror shard that I have, and I want to use it on the jester.
You show it on the jester, and he looks, as he's waving you over and everything, he looks the same, except for his face is different. It's in sorrow and agony, and he looks as if he's crying. But everything else in the mirror keeps rippling, as if the mirror can't show you everything else.
I too want to do a willpower on myself, because mom's not here and she wouldn't just abandon her fucking cuisines like this. So I too, that'd be wisdom save, right?
Yeah, wisdom save.
I got 8.
You see a nicely done hog that you know that only your mama does. Right there, centerpiece. And you can smell the crackling on it. And you just find yourself slipping into one of the chairs. Sitting down, making yourself a plate. Sir Bob, you see that Belfrin's making herself a plate.
Yeah, I'm a bit salty because, like, okay, I wanted food and now you want food. You want to stop me?
It looks like Belfrin just wanted to get to the food first.
Yeah, that's what I'm expecting. So I'm gonna be like, I hope the food is nasty, and I'm just gonna walk off there.
Azaria, Enid, what would you like to do? As you guys are standing there, the smell of the food does finally hit you, and it does smell divine.
Big back time.
she's like, honestly, she's like, I think we're gonna die here. So she's like, you know what? If I've got to go out, I'm gonna go out in the
With
history
some good
books. I'm
cuisine.
with some good cuisine. I'm gonna go out in the history books. I'm gonna fill up and live my best life. She's looking at Ian Morn like
Inmorn
you,
keeps staring at the doorway.
like the bathroom doorway or the doorway to
The
the.
bathroom doorway. It's the entire time you guys have been in here, nobody has noticed for whatever reason, but Ian Morn has never stopped looking at the doorway.
She's gonna nudge him like, what are you staring at?
I don't know, but it's there. Do you not see it?
Could I roll perception on the doorway?
Yeah.
Fuck. Shit. I got a 13.
In your, almost as if it's in your peripheral vision, right at the edge of your vision. If you fully look at it, it's gone. Just right there at the edge. You think you can see pale hand holding the edge of the doorway. And the hand looks too big. It has too many fingers.
Roll perception 2.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm gonna use.
I got a 4.
Enid, when you turn to look at what they're talking about, you're suddenly in the cafeteria. Azara, you watch Enid immediately take off. Enid, you are in a cold sweat in the cafeteria, and you can't remember why. And you're looking at Sir Bob and Belfront. Sorry, I burped. You're looking at Sir Bob and Belfront, who are
Excuse
sitting
me.
at the table in there. Thank you. And they're making themselves something to eat. And though the food is absolutely appetizing, you're so scared. And you can't remember what you saw.
Take a seat.
They called her
'Cause,
Miss
like,
Callahue, right?
What was that?
Donahue?
What was her name? Miss Callahue? Miss what?
Miss Donahue.
I was
with a D.
close.
Donahue.
Donahue.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta write it down.
It was either that or Mrs. Calloway, and I didn't like that one. I thought that was like too pretty of a name. So Miss Donahue, that sounds like an old bitch.
I got you. I just wrote it down so I would remember.
Need like an old mean like head mistress name, you know? Donahue.
Were you gonna do
Did I
something?
freeze?
No, you didn't.
I don't know.
We're good. Everything's great. I think Enid would just take a seat. Be like, what is this jester gonna do? I don't know what I'm running from. But obviously it's not him. So
It looks good. It looks delicious.
I am not hungry. I just got the shit scared out of me. I think I shit myself on my way over. I'm good, actually. Maybe in a bit, but right now I'm kind of like at that fear stage where I am not hungry. I mean, everything looks great. I will throw up at the sight of this shit, though, right now.
As you're sitting there and not moving the place card to put your plate down, with the other two being too suddenly famished to really notice, as they were just trying to hurriedly get their plate in order and food on it, you see that your name card is your name. You didn't seek it out, you didn't go searching for it, but where you sat just so happened to be where you were meant to seat.
We see Enid come to the table.
Yeah, you guys see Enid come to the table.
I want to pick up the place card and just, can I, like, investigate it? Do, like, an investigation?
Yeah, go ahead and roll an investigation on it.
I got a 23.
Beautiful. It's, don't lick it. It's made from the same gold ink that you saw on that scroll before. For those that don't understand the don't lick it is just tune into Beast Within Us.
Hey man,
So
and
funny.
I will lick it every time.
On our YouTube channel, same name as the Twitch. It is funny. They like to lick things.
Hell yeah. It
What
was a
an
trip.
eating.
Yeah.
We bet
like
he
to
could
put
eat
it
a
in your
shoe
mouth.
and it ended up being a bullet.
It's like putting things in your mouth or sitting go in your mouth. That's what I think it is.
Could have done that investigation on the jester. I kind of regret now. Or for the high roll.
It is a good high roll.
I should have stared that jester down and been like, let me just like give you a
But
good one.
it
too.
is, you know from the writing, it is the exact same handwriting as the person who wrote that scroll.
Oh my goodness.
This is big back time. Balfron's gonna see Enid sit down.
I need a Constitution saving throw from Valfrin and Sir Bob, please.
Okay.
Oh no, what are we
Um,
doing?
Seeing
You're
Enid sit
eating.
down.
That's
I'm
an
a
8.
one. I rolled a 1.
6.
There's a whole thing I was gonna do, but okay. Okay.
All right.
Remember
As you guys, as you guys swallow your food, bile begins rising in the back of your throat. It feels almost as if something slimy and putrid just slid down your throat, and it is sitting heavily on your stomach. And you are fighting back vomit, but you find that you can't stop eating. You're just shoveling the bile in and fighting back, trying to vomit onto your own plate. And the fear and sudden realization of if you did vomit, could you stop? Suddenly hits.
Well, damn, there goes my shit.
Enid,
right
they
now.
look like they're enjoying the fuck out of their food.
The con was to not to stop
I
this. I
greet the
can't roll
jester?
to try and stop, right?
You cannot roll to stop.
Can I
You
greet
failed
the
your
jester?
first
Okay.
your first willpower in the room, so I got to take over.
Okay, I didn't know if that was to keep it down or what it was.
No, the constitution was to be able to handle the food.
Okay.
You can roll a perception to see what you're eating, but
Yeah, I was gonna yeah, I wanted to do that, or I don't know if food counts as an object.
it's an object.
I
was
was
gonna
gonna
take fucking
cast
drugs before we
identify.
ate, but never mind now. Like shit.
Everything physical is considered an object and can be perceived.
Okay, because I wanted to cast identified on it.
I don't know if you could cast identify on the food per se, but I'm down for a perception. I wrote down perception, so I got
Okay, I'll
stuff.
do a perception then.
Because on a fail, you see nothing. Yeah, see? On a fail, you
5.
just see food. It's on purpose. You're just eating food that just tastes horrible. And it's definitely not your mama's food, though. Azaria, what would you like to do? You are, you saw in your peripheral, you saw the hand, and then you saw Enid take off. And Ian Warren will not stop staring at the doorway.
So, at that moment, my Zaria's brain was like, everything clicked. When she ran, but for all of a sudden, for whatever reason, we're not running, but they did. In almost like a way that they couldn't remember why they were running, because they weren't shouting. They just ran, just like we did every time. So in her head, she was like, that has to be Mrs. Donahue. And could I take out like a fucking pen and write down while continuing to look and stuff, just any description that I have on my arm?
Absolutely. Yeah, you can write down the description.
She's gonna write down this.
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Whoops. 1 second. I got a 12.
A 12. As you are writing down, your eyes glance to Ian Morn one more time, and then suddenly, like a blink and you miss it, almost like when you were told to turn around before. This time you're not scared. You just can't remember, and you're in the cafeteria. On your arms, though, you're bleeding. You've written all over your arm, and the pen was digging in, and you read that many faces, many eyes, hands, big. It's chasing me. It's chasing me. It'll kill me. Don't forget. Don't forget. Don't forget. And you can't remember writing any of it.
What about our cuffs? What about me and Ian Moore cuffed together?
You guys are still cuffed together. Like I said, you and Ian Moore took off together.
Okay. Does he look... But I'm not scared. I don't remember being scared.
You're not scared, and he just looks confused why he's in a cafeteria. It seems like he doesn't remember anything. Whatever he was staring at before and having like a stare contest with before, he does not remember that creature.
Can I pull... I'm gonna pull up the mirror and hold it behind me and look behind me while showing him the writing on my arm, as if my arms are crossed between each other, like I'm showing him while looking in the mirror.
So behind you, looking in the mirror, you see just the edge of what looks to be an older woman with a high bun in her hair and a pencil skirt suit walking away. And you can see her at that last bit through the doorway. And that's what you see through the mirror.
So that's her truth, because it's a truth mirror. So in my mind, it's like I would feel like she's not actually here to kill people. Cause like on my arm, she's big and she's scary, but it's like, but if that's her truth, maybe she's not really a monster. Maybe she's like, and the kids love her, which makes me think that she's not a terrible person. She was more like a protector, and it just went bad. And because people can't remember her and people went missing and stuff, and she only attacked us when Enid kicked a kid, it was like she felt like we were a threat.
I like your reasoning. I can dig that.
And it makes her want to seek her out, but then on another hand, she's like, we have other things we have to deal with. And then can I roll a perception, because I just see these bitches fucking chowing.
Yeah, you see Balfrin and Sir Bob eating like it's the best and last meal they'll ever have.
Can I?
You see that Enid is staring at a place card, and the jester is waving you over. But absolutely, you can roll for Seppi.
Nah, I'm gonna use up my inspo. What the fuck is a 4? It's an 8, but I'm rolling again.
So fucking funny.
Shut up. Shut up. I got a 6. Whatever. How am I gonna use an inspo? I do. I could use my other one again. I don't think I should, though. I think I should save it. I already used this one. What if I get a nat 1?
That's true. You don't notice anything out of what you're already seeing, and the mirror will not show you anything otherwise.
Is it also like? Does it also look like it's glitching on my end, like it was for?
Yeah, you can see that the mirror is rippling when it looks into the cafeteria. The only thing that is different is that the jester looks like he's in agony and sorrow and crying. Whereas when you look at him outside of the mirror, he looks like he's happy and joyful and trying to get you guys to come over.
I'm gonna let Ian Moore know that, and I'm gonna like survey the area. And though it looks like they're eating and chowing down, which is for Azaria, that's so normal behavior for Balfrin, but it's off-putting because we're not in a safe environment and we haven't been. And so why would we feel hungry if we're feeling like we're in a life or death situation? I would never feel hungry
You're
in a
right.
life or death
You're
situation.
absolutely right. But you are hungry. And you do gotta fight that hunger.
Oh shit. I'm gonna still tell Ian Morn stuff about the jester.
Yeah, I'll roll for him too.
What am I rolling to fight this hunger?
Your wisdom saving throw. Ian Warren got an 18, so he'll be fine.
I got an 18 as well.
Wait.
Yeah, twins.
Yeah, so you guys, though you feel absolutely famished, almost starving, you remember that you ate before you went down that hole, and it hasn't been 24 hours.
Unless time here is weird.
Fine. Yeah, you know you'll be fine, and you're like, I don't know why I feel so hungry all of a sudden, but I'm fine.
I'm gonna walk over. Like, I still want to survey the area. And I'm gonna notice how everybody's sitting, everybody who has the same, like, how they're placed out in cards, and they're all wearing, like, cloves, diamonds, they're all sitting in their own areas. And she's gonna kind of remember how they labeled us with, like, poor or rich and stuff. And she's like, that kind of reminds her of that. Like, they split you up into sections and stuff based on, like, what you are. She's like, that's what they're doing here. And she noticed how he was crying, but she doesn't necessarily understand why he has. It's almost like it reminds her and stuff of when you look at the theater and stuff, how there's a happy face, there's a happy mask, and a sad mask. It kind of reminds her of that, like there's two faces. And she's gonna, when she's doing this, because it's a cantation, she's gonna always be using messenger and stuff when she's relaying, because she's nervous. She doesn't, and she feels like since she's cuffed with him and she's seen this and she has the writing and stuff that she relayed to him, she's gonna keep, oh, I'm bleeding, what the fuck. Anyways, so my cat scratched me and I didn't know, my hand's just been bleeding.
I thought it was in character.
No, my hand's bleeding.
I thought that was in character too. I was like, oh nice, you snuck that in.
My hands actually. I'm like, yo, I'm bleeding in and out of character. We're twinning. We're twinning up in here.
Commitment.
Twinning, twinsies. She's gonna relay everything through Messenger, in short phrases, before like being like, I want to talk to the jester. Try not to sit down. We're obviously attached at the hip, so and everybody's acting like this is normal. Like she's picking up how everyone's sitting down and shoveling their faces and stuff like this is a family meal time. Like we just got here and we're related to the jester. Like we went to school with these kids.
Right, and I don't like how they know my name. And he points to two place cards, and you guys' names are like right next to each other, as if they already knew that you would be together.
Yeah, she picks that up too and she's like, that's weird. We didn't plan on I mean, I planned on grouping up with you and stuff, but I didn't plan for us to be cuffed at the hip. So she kind of like she like holds his hand and stuff. Like she's like kind of worried to let go. Like if she looks away for a second, it should just it's like he's gonna disappear out of the cuffs and stuff. Like she's not sure what to expect anymore.
He's feeling similar, so he does take her hand in his, just to feel something solid.
She walks over to the jester and kind of in like a comedy but like royalty way and stuff to give the vibe since everybody's playing cards and stuff it reminds her of I'm gonna go off of like a fairy tale that her parents would read her that's similar to Alice in Wonderland but this generation's similarity and do like a bow and introduce herself.
How would she introduce herself?
She would do a royal drow female bow and introduce herself as Azaria Atticus, since they already seem to know her name. But she wants to go. It's like she's playing a role that she feels like she has to play to almost be as if she's in it and like not in control. Like she's trying to put herself in a role where she can like learn information but still see what's going on.
Roll a perception on the jester for me.
Okay. Fuck you, I'm rolling again. I'm using my last inspo. I don't care. That was a nat 1. I got a 14.
That's good enough.
No, for real.
Better than a nat 1.
Better than a nat 1.
Better than that one. You figure that you haven't noticed this before because of all the commotion and all the weird stuff that was going on in the cafeteria, but as you're standing next to him and you're talking to him and you're looking down, you find your eyes moving lower, and his pants are weirdly cute, but you notice beyond that, they're almost as if they're like hanging off the chair, as if he didn't have legs. And as you continue moving your eyes up, you notice it's more than that. It seems like his entire lower half has been gone and it has been infused into the chair that he's sitting on. He's just a torso. I would like another wisdom saving throw from Sir Bob and Belfrin to see if you guys can stop eating. And then we'll pick back up with Azaria.
16.
What'd you get?
That's the second nat 1 today for me.
You can throw those dice away.
Change your dice. Change them.
I can't resist being a big back, you know?
Man, put those dice in
It's
jail.
okay. It's fine. It's fine. Those dice do need to go to jail immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Sir
Again.
Bob, you manage, you were about to take another bite and you managed to stop yourself. The bile sitting in your throat and you're still trying to force down vomiting. Belfrin, unfortunately, you're grabbing more food and putting it on your plate. You're right.
I look at her.
I need
I'm
another
like,
Constitution saving
Ugh.
throw from Belfrin.
A 21.
Though the flavor of it hasn't changed, you're able to stomach it a lot better. It's not being as hard to swallow, literally. It's a pun. It's a pun. Unintended.
Oh my gosh.
I love when that happens. It's like when a fairy farts. It's just great.
When a fairy fart.
That's crazy.
Happen all the time, you know? When was the last time you heard a folklore story about a fairy farting? Period. My
just
case
now.
in point. My case in point. Yeah, so Belfrin, you're still coughing it down. It's no. Sir Bob, you're able to stop, though you realize that you can't stand up from your seat.
Can't stand up. Can I push myself on the seat away with like my feet?
You are unable to move the seat at all. You're perfectly tucked into the table.
I push the table away.
The table rattles, and that's about it.
I'll
Azaria and Enid, you guys can see this since you guys are not entrapped.
Can
Oh
I
my God.
can I stab the table?
You can stab the table.
Oh my God.
I stab the table.
I stabbed the table.
You hear the record player skip, and it's already obscure sounding carnival music getting just a bit more altered, sounding a bit more wrong.
And
And then you guys all begin to hear the jester speak. Welcome, welcome, one and all, to the great feast with me. Please eat. There's plenty to go around.
Just shaking your head. No.
It's okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm full. Thank you.
Yeah, but no, thank you.
It was lovely, but I have to go.
I'd rather eat this card in my hands right now.
It is.
Enid, as you are sitting there, you realize very similar to Sir Bob, you too are unable to get up from your seat.
My booty's glued.
I would like a perception check from everybody as you think you all just saw the food move.
It was that close to being 18. It's a 4 though. It's that close.
I got a fucking 9.
Got a dirty 20.
I got a 13.
For the 20 and the 20 alone, the glimmer image of the food begins to shift and change as you are shoveling it into your mouth, and you begin to realize that you are eating remnants of mutilated dead bodies.
Okay, cannibal.
And under closer inspection, you see that these dead bodies are wearing destroyed and tattered version of the clothes the kids are wearing.
Does clocking that give me another chance for a wisdom save?
It does indeed. I will give you with advantage because you are absolutely horrified.
Got an 18.
You don't need advantage, but you can have it if you want it.
You should throw up right now.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
throwing
allowed.
up.
You're allowed.
I'm puking all over the table. I'm puking, and you guys hear me
begin
like,
to watch.
The dice heard those threats.
The dice heard those
I'm
threats.
wet. These are children. These are
So now know that you are eating children, and the illusion of the food shifts from everybody's vision, and you can see the mutilated bodies of children on all of the kids' tables, including yours.
Ooh, so happy I didn't eat that.
You're just feeding children. You were feeding us kids. You were feeding us children. You thought that was gonna make a snack? Scrum diddly disgusting.
That's messed up.
To eat is to be full, and to be full is to be fed, and to be fed is to be free. What am I?
The fuck?
To eat is to be full. To be full is to be fed, and to be fed is to be free.
A cannibal? Oh.
You suddenly turn and face the table and begin putting food onto a plate.
Everybody?
No, just Enid. Guesses will be in character.
Can you repeat the riddle one more time, please?
Fuck.
I'm sorry.
I'm so fucking high, dude. My brain went, I gave you a riddle?
I gave you a riddle, and I suck at riddles.
Shit. Oh, no, Moon just said it. Okay,
To eat is to be fed. To be fed
yeah, to
is to
eat
be
is to be
full.
fed, to be fed is to be full is to be free.
So fed to full, full to free. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is this a cult?
Is that your guess?
That's
Did
what
you-
I'm just gonna say.
You find yourself also beginning to put more food on your plate.
I'm gonna look at Ian more and like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like
Yeah.
seeing them eat dead
Like-
children.
Actively, like, he has,
Yeah.
like, he's, like, holding your hand and he's, like, trying to figure it out, but his intelligence is low, so.
Fuck. So is mine.
Now I just ate dead kids. I'm like, fuck your riddle right now is what I'm thinking, and this fucking corny ass music is still going. I want to kill
You are
music.
unable to get up from your chair.
Can I still use spells?
Yeah, you still have full, like, torso up movement.
How far is this? How far is the record player from me, from the table?
I would say it's within 30 feet.
When I look at the record player, it's just the record player alone. It's sitting on top of something.
Yeah, it looks like a very old style record player, very retro. You can see that the paint on the wood is peeling and chipping off. And it has like one of those large horns at the top of it where the music comes out of.
Am I able to use catapult on the record player?
You could try.
Well, I want to try and catapult on the record player. I want to throw it into the wall. I'm trying to break the music.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and catapult. I'm having a great time all of a sudden.
Well, I guess the character you're gonna see her like she's freaking out because that's all I'm worrying about right now is I just ate dead fucking kids, and you're gonna see me like look annoyingly back at the record player, and I guess you're just seeing me like my hand gesture to the record player, and I'm trying to fucking fling that shit at the wall.
Alright. I mean, you can. There is no obstacle in the way that says that you cannot fling it at the wall. The only thing that could stop you is yourself.
Oh my god, I'm so bad at riddles. To be fed is to be free. And none of them are obviously free. So you're.
I ain't free to this fucking corny ass music.
You see that Ian, I'm going to give you a hint with helping you guys with this, with Ian Morin. You see that Ian Morin kind of looks over at Azari and he's like, do you think it has something to do with the cycle?
A food cycle?
And then he
or
points at the
life?
jester and goes, it was not a guess.
It was not a guess. A cycle? Like the cycle of life? Or like, man, she's thinking too much into this. She's over here like, the fuck? Can I roll for something to figure out what the fuck cycle he's talking about?
You can roll for, I would say, history, because this would be a riddle that would be known.
My attempt of failure?
What, you're 18?
No, me trying to break the fucking record player.
I got an 11.
No, I didn't know that you did it already. I thought you were just asking if you could do it. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, you're good. That's why I was like,
I thought you were asking me if
Oh,
you
no,
could.
no, no.
I was like, yeah, no, go ahead. And then we
No,
both
no,
just
no.
went quiet.
No, that's why I was trying to like act it out in character. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's act that out real quick, and then I'll give you the information on that 11. Just because I feel bad for just skipping over blue.
Okay.
No,
it's
you're good.
okay. I thought I
All
failed.
right,
That's why I was like,
yeah, so go ahead and describe what it looks like when you are catapulting the, and it does break. So when you catapult it against the wall.
you guys see me throwing up. I'm freaking out. I told you guys as kids, I'm like, trying to do this, and I'm like, it's on my hands. I'm freaking out. I can't focus. This corny ass music, and you're gonna see me look back at the record player, and you're gonna see me like doing this, and I'm gonna like literally do this with my hand to fling it towards the wall. The record player.
You guys watch as the record player, almost as if through an invisible force, is being lifted and then flung, and you can hear the splinters cracking as they shatter onto the floor, and it breaks into many little pieces. and you guys can hear the music, but it almost sounds like it's the memory of it. Like it got stuck in your head and it's on repeat. Though now all you can hear in the actual cafeteria is the disgusting sounds of multiple children slopping down food. In your head, in repetition, is the carnival music.
Stimulated. I'm so.
I'm about to have a breakdown. Like I have.
Oh, for real.
I'm
Feel my
dancing
bones
a
under my
little bit
skin.
to it while I keep putting stuff on my plate, I guess.
The music was fine. The
You
kids
can
were
do,
like,
you and Enid can do a wisdom saving throw to see if you can power through and stop. Azaria, for your 11, you know it has to do with an old folklore that people would tell, but being a drow, you cannot remember. That's what that 11 tells you. You just know it's like from like the surface world shit. It's some folklore somewhere on the surface. With that 17, you do manage to stop. You have control over your torso and up again, but you're unable to leave the chair.
shit.
Zon, did you want to roll a wisdom?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I'm from the underworld.
That's a nat one.
We all notice we can't get up from the chair, right?
Yeah, the ones who are sitting know they can't get up from the chair. Sir Bob, the food just looks too appetizing. And though you remember it being absolutely disgusting before, and you know now you could see that it's children, there's something about it that tells you maybe the children are fake. And you guys
You know what
watch
it
as
is?
Sir Bob begins to just eat these dead, mutilated kids.
I've seen people eat frogs. It's the same thing to me.
It's the same thing to me.
I'm sorry, Sir Bob. Frog legs are good. I wanted to tell you, they're
Who am I
yummy.
sitting next to?
There's like gaps, but you and Sir Bob would be on the same side of the table, and then like kind of in like a 30-degree triangle, so you can picture that, is on the other side of the table is Enid.
Okay, so I'm next to Bob, but there's a gap in between us.
Yeah, and you're the one that's furthest away. You're closer to the jester. Because you sat down when you were investigating, and that's where you ended up.
Damn.
You're like 3 seats away from Azaria, the jester, and Ian Bourne. And you're like 4 seats away from Sir Bob, and then there's Ian.
Can I do a perception on like my legs? Because I want to look down. That's gonna be my first reaction. Freaking out. I can't get up. What's wrong with my legs?
Yeah, you can do a perception in your life. Let's have a good time.
Let's have a good time.
Oh my god. I got a motherfucker.
Your legs look
Got a
five.
absolutely fine. Your legs too, Enid. They look absolutely fine. Though, Enid, there's a weird tickling sensation under your pants, all over your legs, but like touching it, you feel fine.
I don't like that. I don't like that feeling. But okay.
And it's just like all over, just a
Like
million trillion tickling little tickles.
Like bugs.
I
Like,
think
does it feel like bugs?
Yeah, it feels like
ew,
Okay.
gross.
So they look fine, but I can't get up.
they look fine. You can't notice anything, especially with that 5. They look fine. You can't notice anything, and you can't get up.
Azar.
Zaria's the only one who can even see that the jester does not have legs.
Can I? Ooh, would that be a medicine check? Because she wants to check. Like, did I just get paralyzed?
If you want like a specific bug, I would say, I don't know, centipede.
Gross.
Why would you say that?
Why would you say that?
Just a bunch of little centipedes. I wouldn't say little, but like you don't know, but they're centipedes. If you can imagine what those little legs would feel like, that's what it is.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting. I think Azaria would be like, what folklore did you guys grow up hearing that sounds similar to what his riddle is? I'm not from.
You guys can all roll a history for the folklore.
She's like, I'm
For
not
the riddle?
from up here. I don't
Six.
know your guys' folklore.
It wouldn't be from your region then.
I got a
I went-
13.
You, Belfrin, remember that there was once a story that you were told when you were really, really little by your grandparents that about something having to do with a snake that liked to be fed. So far, you guys just out of character because you guys are solving this in character and out of character. So for you guys out of character, your 2 clues is that it's a cycle and it has something to do with a snake.
If she remembers that, then and Azari, you asked that out loud, right? Like, if
Yeah,
you
I asked
remember
everybody.
that. I'm gonna relay that info, and I'm just gonna be like, I think it has something to do with a snake. Not a guess. Not a fucking guess.
I love that you guys the way that it feels is like you guys are talking and then suddenly turning a gun onto the jester. Ugh!
Don't you dare make me eat more things! I will fucking shoot you!
This is a discussion, not an answer.
This is a
Jester's just
discussion.
gonna be like this the entire time. Just,
He's like,
Catherine is like she's a breakdown away from setting this whole table on fire. I'm saying this out of character.
Hey, I would be too if I was forced to eat mutilated undead children.
I'm a big bag. You don't put
Live
disgusting
children.
food in my mouth, okay?
They're
That's
not even fresh.
Like I put some disgusting food in your mouth.
For real, I've eaten lemon babies.
I mean,
Lemon.
I drink lemonade. That's just their blood and water and sugar.
Well, I have a lemon baby.
what the fuck is a snake cycle? Like, is it a snake
Is it that-
cycle?
Is it that snake that eats itself?
Ouroboros.
Oh, no.
I'm asking out of character.
Forest?
That's which dumb maybe.
Are you
but-
asking me, like me out of character?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't even
it's the
know.
snake
Yeah.
that eats itself. It's the snake that eats itself. But there's a specific. It's called a specific thing, and it's not one
Yeah.
word.
No,
It has
I
like
know.
a type.
Yeah, I
It's
just don't know what it's called. That was just what
Yeah.
popped up in my head.
But yeah, no, out of character, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
That it
I
is
don't
the
feel
snake
like
that eats
Sir
itself.
Bob would know this anyways.
He would not. I mean, if he was a Yuan T, then he would have gotten an advantage on his history check.
Yeah.
I roll history to see if she knows jack fuck about snakes.
We're doing a lot of rolls today. Also, how long are you guys wanting to go for today? Like play for?
Shit, I got an
As long as
11.
possible.
Chill for as long as whatever. You got an 11? I need to reload my shit because it didn't load for me. Oh, I see your 11.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna-
Same as before. It's just some surface shit.
Like,
You
oh
don't,
my
you don't really know.
We don't got snakes where I'm from.
It doesn't get snakes, exactly. The Underdark doesn't really get snakes. Aside from like extremely large, like basilisk type snakes that would be like living in the water. But aside from that, you guys don't really get snakes. And those types of snakes, you don't see their full bodies because the only bit that you see before it eats you is its head. So you guys don't even know that those are snakes.
I'm like, we don't got snakes where I live. What snakes? Y'all are already eating? Start listing off snakes.
People are already eating. That's so funny.
Y'all ever seen a snake cycle? Think of something that eats dead children or something. I don't know.
And children, it's not part of the snake cycle.
I know. She doesn't know shit about snakes though. She's like, we don't got snakes in the Underdark. Y'all got snakes that eat children? Y'all got snakes that eat corpses or something? Or your legs? Snake legs? This isn't an
Snake
answer. This is a discussion.
It's not just a lizard.
It's like-
This is the answer.
It's a lizard.
What's a lizard?
Can I do an inside check on
A snake with
Sorry,
legs.
to
A
see
snake
if
with
she
legs.
knows what a lizard is?
Yeah, you could roll to see if she knows what a lizard is.
She traveled.
A 7.
You think that she ain't got a damn clue what a lizard is. She don't know. You don't. At this point, you're like, do you even know what animals are in general?
Are you gonna
What's a
tell
dog?
me this?
Tell me.
What's a dog?
When you hear meow, what do you think of?
That's so silly.
We have sphinxes. Come on, like.
Wow.
Meow.
I'm just convinced that Sir Bob's just convinced that she's there's something wrong with her. Mentally.
Fair.
Oh my gosh, I can't answer because she doesn't know shit about snakes. So
Well,
she'd
I
have
wanna-
no idea.
I want to take the dagger from my mage hand. I'm gonna pocket my dagger, and I want to use my mage hand to try and like rip the food out of Sir Bob's hands to make him stop eating. Or who's eating? Enid's eating, or Sir Bob is eating?
Sir Bob's eating. I've
Sir
eaten
Bob
it.
is eating.
Yeah, okay, and he's the closest one. So yeah, I want to
Are
try and
you
like. give this-
okay with risking damaging Sir Bob?
Sir
It's for your
Bob.
betterment. It's for your betterment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sir Bob,
Yes.
on a scale of 1 to 8, because you only got 8 fingers, how many do you want to lose?
Shit. Oh fuck it. I can lose 2.
2.
2? Alright, so go ahead and describe what your mage hand does, but under the notion that you're also removing 2 of Sir Bob's fingers.
Well, you guys are gonna see my dagger floating to me, and I'm gonna take it and put it in my fucking bag, or and then you can't see my mage hand, so I'm gonna have my mage hand go over to Sir Bob, and I'm gonna try and go for the food. You're gonna feel some force, Sir Bob, trying to take that food out your hand, and I guess too much force, and I took 2 fingers with it.
The distraction of the pain makes you drop the food and you are no longer starving.
We just see him bleeding. I'm like, oh shit! Okay! Was that a part of the riddle? Was that a part of this? You punishing us for not knowing the answers? Y'all better start listing snakes now! Bob, you a reptilian? You know snakes? You got snake friends? Start listing our friends!
I don't think
You saw me took the
I'm an
floating
amphibian,
dagger.
I think.
I'm over here asking everybody questions. I just see a dagger go over there, take off 2 of his fingers. I'm over here like, oh my
No,
god.
because from your perspective, you see a floating dagger come to me, and I pocket it, and then out of nowhere, you just see the food that Sir Bob has get ripped away from him, also with 2 of his fingers.
Hell
I'm
nah.
an amphibian, thank you very much.
Okay, amphibian boy. You know snakes? What are they? Reptilian, amphibian cousins, basically.
I'm gonna hold on to his fingers. By the way, I'm gonna have my mage hand grab his 2 fingers.
Yeah,
Oh my
you can
God.
also choose which fingers get taken from you, Sir Bob. That's up to your you're allowed that much. You know?
What would be my middle fingers, because I still want to be able to grab and stab stuff, you know?
Or Froglina.
Poor Froglina.
I'm holding on to Sir Bob's fingers.
I'm gonna look at the gesture and be like, can you give us another riddle to like help with the first one? Not a different one, but like a hint riddle.
He doesn't
I
know what
have,
an animal
like, the
is.
He
I
just
have
stares at
2
you.
frog middle fingers.
He just stares at you. He does not respond to you, Azaria.
Oh my god, he don't speak English no more. We lost him. Oh god.
He speaks gesture.
He's mute and deaf.
How close am I to the jester?
3 seats away from him.
So I'm not close enough to lean over and be like,
Yeah, you're not close enough to look at his legs, but you're close enough to see him and like make out his facial expressions and stuff.
I'm just
chair.
Can I
saying.
throw...
but I remember he looks like he's in agony.
You remember that he was in agony, yes.
Can I peek under the table and look at their legs? And roll a perception on them?
Yeah.
Oh god. I don't know what it is with these 9s, but these dice is about to go to jail. I got a 13.
When you look under the table, you see nothing but darkness, and you see millions and millions of eyes looking back at you.
you're nasty, you're nasty, you're nasty. That's all you see her like say. She just stands up, takes like a little step back from the table. You're nasty. I don't know what's under there, but I'm glad I didn't sit down.
Do I clock this?
Yeah, we hear this?
Yeah. You would
I
hear
also
it.
wanna
If
look.
you said it out loud, you would hear it.
Hell yeah,
Looking
she
under
is.
I
the
wanna
table.
look.
Can I move the chair?
You cannot move your chair. You guys can roll your perceptions again. You're unable to get up or move your chair.
Oh fuck yeah, I got an 18.
God damn, I got a
Well.
6.
So, for the 12, you begin to feel the tickling sensation. For the 18, you see that there are mounds moving underneath your pants, and you begin to realize what that tickling sensation, and it's not tickling, it's paralyzing you as they eat you.
Somebody explain like the
What is
feeling
my
I should be
booty
feeling that
assy-
isn't this.
The 6.
I'm disgusted. That scream was a little unnecessary. No, it wasn't. It was not. Actually, I take that sentence back. Ah, that's him. So
Are you
Your
at?
scream's not even picking up. That's so funny.
Yeah.
sorry. That's all I'm saying.
It's too loud. You're too loud for your thing. Say it softer.
In character, I'm just screaming the most like Give me a second, I'll explain. But
But
like, that me screaming was me screaming in real life too. But like,
And you notice nothing again.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, this is
You guys
very nasty.
remember my last creatures that had centipede-like legs and millions of eyes?
Yeah, I don't remember what they were called, but yeah.
Oh
A
no!
certain murder
no.
happened.
there's
My little
shit
wall
in us.
climbers.
Yeah.
The
The
wall dwellers,
climbers.
the vent dwellers.
I love them. I love them.
I'm saying that out loud. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what's nasty. The food, yes, of course. It's dead kids. They can't get up.
There are things
Must be
under
nice
the
to walk
table.
around.
There's things grabbing you on the
shit
table.
eating
You got
us.
shit under you.
We are being eaten.
Oh, look again. Because you a
Brother.
damn lie.
I'ma look
Roll
again.
another
Shit
perception
and being
this time
eaten.
with advantage. Yeah, you can roll again if you want with advantage.
I got a
Tom.
nat 20 plus 3. I got a 23.
You see the mounds and feel the tickling and realize that it is paralyzing you and eating you, but you can see them fully. Their spider faces and long abdomens and millions of legs and their big jowl-like teeth holding several mandibles inside of them as they are biting chunks out of your flesh.
I'm killing us both.
Did I roll again?
Killing us both. Killing us both.
Yeah, you roll twice because you got advantage, so you can roll twice and you take the highest number.
Fuck
Oh, that's a 15.
you.
15. You can see them moving in your pants now. You can
I
well
laugh
not in
at
your pants.
them.
Yeah, but you can see them now. You can't like see them
Yeah.
fully. You can't make out like their full features, but you can see them.
And I start like
Ugh.
slapping at them, like trying to crush them.
You bring your hand back. You notice your hand is covered in blood and chunks are taken out of your hand. They're biting you back.
And I take one of the dead children parts and slap them.
Yeah, I mean it's taking chunks out of the dead children part, but like you're covered in them, so you're only really like fighting like 3 at a time.
Oh my god.
There is
What if I
also
drop
the
food?
riddle.
Shit. I can't do shit about the riddle. I'm
I don't
illiterate.
give a fuck about the riddle right now. Like,
Oh, I travel, but like I haven't been able to like if I think about it, cause I traveled a lot. I traveled above a lot, So it's like if I thought of all the folklores and stuff that I fucking heard and shit while traveling, because I went to
Are you asking to meditate? Because you can
yeah,
meditate.
yeah,
It will give you advantage on your history check.
yeah. I'm gonna meditate because I traveled for years before I had to take over for the kingdom.
What does it look like as a drow when you begin to meditate?
It looks like my eyes roll back, and the tattoos and stuff that are going up my neck and are on my chest and stuff begin to glow. But my eyes like roll back into my head. We're gonna roll history.
You get to roll 2 times.
What is with these fucking nines?
Maybe you also need to throw your dice away.
No, for real. Hold on. I got
Guys,
a
it works
20.
for
I got
real.
a dirty 20.
You do remember the folklore about the snake, and you remember that the snake eats itself.
Okay, what snake eats itself? Who knows a snake that eats itself? She like snaps out of it and it's almost like she gasps, like she was holding her breath while she was meditating, as if something came to her. What snake eats itself?
Can I do a history check since I remembered the folklore?
Yeah, so because you remember the first time, you will get to roll with advantage, so twice. There's so many advantages today, God.
Can I roll something on
Go ahead,
the thingies that are eating on me?
I got a 15.
It will be an animal handling check for you,
Yeah, I just want,
Sir Bob.
yeah, I want.
Also, roll something for
Information.
those little bug things, please.
Yeah, it would also be an animal handling check. For your 15, the only thing that you just remember bits and pieces of that story. You don't remember enough to know what the name is.
I
I
roll
got
a
a nat
14.
20. I got a nat 20.
You should have rolled for history to see if you could fucking figure out the name. With that nat 20.
They're called.
I didn't know I was gonna get a nat 20. Okay.
They're called wall dwellers, and they can grow up to being the size of a large horse. And these are babies. It seems like with the size of them, they have just hatched, which means that there are adults in the elementary school somewhere. They tend to live inside of the ventilation system. As I mentioned in our last session, I kept mentioning there's a vent in this room for a reason.
Oh my god, it's just like when we got that orphan all over again.
And you also know that they are born hungry and stay hungry. They will eat until there is nothing else to devour. The only
Honestly,
things that they do not eat is each other.
oh my god. They
Can
should
I,
have been the
They
answer.
also have like a venom in like their largest mandibles that numbs their prey while they're eating them.
Can I dump
Does that
some
still
of
have
the
an effect on me?
little kids under the table, see if it'll draw them away from me?
So on the floor eats them, but the ones on you do not. But now that you're dumping stuff under the table and you're getting a better look under the table, there's millions of them. All just under the table. They're crawling up the table leg. There's some that's clinging to the bottom of the table.
This is so in character. I want to look at the jester and be like, "You got legs?" Question mark.
Azaria, does he have legs?
She like looks at him and she looks at the jester and she like feels really sad because nobody was here to like help him and stop him from losing his legs. And she looks at Enid and she's like, nobody saved him. And he's not basically alive. He's
Okay, well, I don't want to be him. I don't want to be telling really bad fucking riddles.
She looks at the jester and she's like, I'm sorry, nobody saved you.
Through the mirror, you can see him crying harder.
Aww.
But in person, it doesn't look like his face changes at all.
Is this just a table, or is Is there like tattered tablecloth on this or anything?
The table looks. This table specifically looks a little different than the actual cafeteria tables. This one looks like it deserves to be in like an actual dining hall.
Is it like covered in tablecloth? Is there like
It
napkins
is
on
not.
the
The
table?
only cloth is under your place setting. So like where your plates and everything is. That's the only place where the cloth is.
Can I do? Would it be history or animal handling to know if I know what these creatures are eating? Because I don't think Enid
What
told
the
us that it
creatures
was.
are?
Yeah, because I don't think Enid told us that those are wall dwellers.
Oh yeah, is Enid gonna tell them, or is Belfrin gonna roll?
Right. I was gonna tell them as soon as I stopped screaming. I stopped screaming. I asked the jester about his life. What are they called?
Well
I always miss the
dwellers.
Wall
Well-
dwellers.
wall dwellers. Anybody know what a wall dweller is?
All of you would know what a wall dweller is.
Cool, that's what's eating us.
That's fucking
I just
disgusting.
didn't want to give the explanation.
I wanna cast Sword Burst. It's a cantrip. That's the. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a lot, so I don't know how we were gonna make this because you create a momentary circle of spectral blaze that sweep around you. All other creatures within 5 feet of you must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d6
So that would
force damage.
be Enid. You would have to roll a dexterity saving throw, but it will get rid of all the wall dwellers off of you.
You know what? I was about to do the exact same
'Cause I was
thing,
about
but
to
the
ask.
opposite.
Would we know if these creatures like light or not, or fire?
They belong in the dark. They thrive in the dark. They stay out of places like the sun because they are easily burnable.
I'm also
Fire
sorry
is a
because-
big advantage against them.
I'm also sorry because it says that the spell damage increases with 1d6 when you reach 5th level. I don't know if that is in wizard level or if it's just like my regular level.
It's you. It doesn't matter. It's still your level.
Okay, so it's 2d6.
Okay, now that Azaria knows that everybody's being eaten, she's gonna cast Aura of Vitality just so like when they become unparalyzed, they're not like crippling.
Oh, that's kind of nice. All right, so one by one, who's doing what? Blue.
Balfrin's still freaking out, and like I told you out of character, she's about to set this whole table on fire. But
Alright.
before she
Fair.
before
Let's
she does that, I'm gonna, because she's not dumb, she's an artificer. I'm gonna take that container of soap that I had, and I'm dousing my legs. You know, it's a fire, a temporary fire repellent, and I'm gonna
I like it. I like it.
I'm gonna douse my legs.
Alcohol in it?
What?
Doesn't that
No,
usually have
it's-
alcohol?
No,
Hand
it's,
soap
no,
doesn't-
it's soap. It's hand soap. I'm gonna douse.
It's fire retardant, not it won't set on fire like alcohol. Alcohol will set things ablaze. This will like keep the fire off of it. Think of it like putting fire near something like dry ice, how it will repel it, kind of like a magnet. It does the same thing where it'll burn the soap and not you.
And that is
Okay.
what I want to do.
Okay.
So you guys are gonna see me take that container of soap I yoinked earlier, and I'm dousing legs first.
Don't do that, people at home. Don't try that, people at home. Don't do that. Sorry.
Don't
I'm gonna
try
cover
anything
myself.
in this fictional thing at home.
I'm covering legs first with the soap. You know, legs first with the soap. So however much that container can fill, I'm hoping at least my fucking legs.
No,
That's
it'll
the main
be
problem
able
right
to cover both of your legs perfectly fine. Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
hope
that
they
works.
hate eating
Uh,
soap.
Some part of there's like a possibility that part of your pants would be singed, but you yourself will not be burned. All right,
Okay.
so you're doing that and then setting fire.
I'm
on
gonna
the
do
tape.
that. I'm gonna do that first, so that way I'll give
Okay.
other people chances to do
Bet.
what they want to do.
Perfect. All right, so you're putting
casting.
soap on you. Bunny, what are you doing?
So I'm gonna do the opposite of what Sir Bob's doing. Instead of saying a fire around me, I said a fire around the bugs. I'm doing Hellish Rebuke, which is the same thing, and it does another 2d10, not 6.
Period.
They can do a dex saving throw, like dex for like their attack to like stand it or something. I don't know.
Oh, so
Does
it's
it
like
say?
mine then.
Does it say if they have to have like a certain
Like a
level
dex
of something?
13. For a dex save, it's 13.
Do they have to have a certain level of intelligence or wisdom to do it? Because sometimes.
No,
Okay.
doesn't say that.
For a hellish rebuke, no, they will just if they don't pass that dex, then they get hit no matter what.
So tiefling ting.
Mm.
Some warlocks, if you have like the fiendish warlock trait thingy, subclass thingy,
My bad, 3d10. I looked at the wrong level.
kill them either way, so it doesn't matter. You could roll a nat 1, and it would kill them. They got like no AC. You're good.
I'm worried about like everybody else at the table.
Well, your fire and Sir Bob's fire will run into each other, and Belfrin is protected.
Mine isn't fire, mine is spectral swords. The sword bird.
I'm fire
Fire.
ish resistant.
You will have to roll for dexterity, Sir Bob.
Yeah.
But while you're also rolling for dexterity, what is it that you were doing on your turn?
I was casting sword burst. Which,
Alright.
it creates.
I like how everybody
it's like
panicked.
between 5 feet and like it's a dex save of 12 and it's 2d6 force damage.
Bet. What were you saying, man?
I like how everybody just panicked and was like, attack. Just, I hate bugs.
Oh,
You know, when it's fight or flight,
it's fight every time.
You don't think.
I can't run.
I'ma sit here and light everything on fire.
Everything's being lit.
You do the Hellish Rebuke, and when doing so, you set the flammable bodies, because that is what happens to dead bodies when they are left out for too long. They become flammable. So you set the flammable dead bodies on the table ablaze, which sets the table itself ablaze. Belfrin being protected, Sir Bob still needing to roll his dex saving throw. And all the
That's
little
a
buggies
16.
then you're good. You managed it. And then all the little buggies underneath Enid and Sir Bob get blasted away while they get burnt off of Belfrin, who uses soap as protectant. Azaria, what would you like to do?
She still wants to do the riddle because she's not sure what the riddle would do. But she's worried that because they just found out that they're being eaten, she's worried that they're gonna fucking take a lot of damage and start bleeding out of their legs. So she wants to cast Aura of Vitality while asking Ian Morn, like, what snake eats itself? Like, you're not from the Underdark. Do you know what the fuck snake eats itself?
Let me roll to see if he knows. If it's a 10 or higher, then yes. But if it's a 9 or lower, then he doesn't know.
Okay.
Rolled good.
Real good, for real.
Manifesting.
He got a 3.
Oh my
shit.
god. Ian Moore, I thought you read books. What's going on?
My roll
So for
history.
you guys, I was never really too big into elven folklore. All I know is it has to do with a snake that in a cycle, and I believe that specific folklore also mentions something eternal.
And eternal damnation, or some shit like that. That's great. That's great. That's great. She's gonna cast Aura Vitality, which is
You guys from being harmed, basically.
yeah. So and it lasts up until I break it. break concentration on the spell, and you can use it as a bonus action. I just have to roll a 2d6, and everybody can heal.
Anybody want to heal, or do you want to just accept your damage?
I'm trying to heal.
All right,
Who's
I
on the
got you. It was an 8.
Is that how much we for?
Yep, you heal
So
for 8.
Full health.
Yeah, so you get healed for 8, so the actual damage you'll be taking is only 6.
So heal for 8, damage 6.
Yeah.
You can also use it as a bonus action.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just chewed the air in agreement. I'm sorry. Is there anything else that you guys are wanting to do with like the fire situation?
Let me
No, I'm
look at
living in it.
something.
I really like fire.
So I now know 2 pyromaniacs.
So, are there still wall dwellers underneath the table?
They are all being burnt away.
Okay, cool. So, how long would they be paralyzed for?
The paralyzation would only last, like, since they're not constantly being bitten, only lasts a couple of minutes, but they still can't get up from their chairs until the riddle is solved.
Oh my god.
Can I roll like animal handling to like try to figure out the snake?
It's a folklore, so it would be history. It's a story.
Can I roll history?
Yeah, you can roll history. You don't know anything. Especially with the nat 1, you don't know anything.
I'm just there. I'm like, I helped with the bugs.
Yeah. You're still kind of preoccupied with the fact that there were bugs all over.
So, I want to do detect thoughts, which means but I'm gonna ask Balfrin, because if she resists it, then I can't go into her mind deeper. If I push deeper, I can find whatever I want, like whether it be feelings, thoughts. Like if she can't remember the name and stuff, but she remembers the folklore, I can dig into her thoughts and find the memory. But she has to accept it, because if you
how are you gonna ask me?
I'm gonna ask you to let me enter your mind. Let me remember your folklore so I can find the riddle. Let me go into your thoughts. Don't resist me or I can't find it.
How are you gonna go into my thoughts?
I'm just gonna cast a spell.
It's gonna hurt?
No, you won't feel anything. You'll just feel me wandering in your mind. Just don't resist it, or I can't do it.
Okay.
Okay, so let me find it. Detect thoughts.
Table casually on fire.
Alright, so it says... So when I delve deeper into their when I delve deeper into their thoughts, I will learn their emotional state and anything large on their mind plus whatever I'm looking for.
So what do you think Belfrin will be feeling in this moment, and what do you think should be thinking, Belfrin?
Disgust.
And then what's the thoughts that are happening in her head? If she would have like a narrator. Isn't that what like your inner thought is? Isn't it a narrator?
Yeah.
She would be thinking the forefront would be the fact that she just ate dead kids. She's getting eaten alive by bugs and she can't get up. And who the fuck tried to deceive me as being my mother? Because they about to get these hands. Those are the 3 thoughts right now. Disgust from eating children, my legs, where the fuck is mom? She, to be honest, the riddle, she is not thinking about that damn riddle. She's thinking about what's in front of her right now, which is dead children trying to get out this chair. Where the fuck is mom?
Where the fuck is mom?
So as you get the emotions and her forethoughts before you venture down into her memory, you find almost hidden away in a small pocket of Belfrin's mind a memory of Belfrin's grandfather who's reading from a big old book, and you hear him go, what accent would he even have? I guess Southern, because her mom is Southern?
No, I thought her mom was Jamaican, because she'd be pulling out Jamaican accents for this character sometimes. She's not coming through.
Pick up my voice. I don't think I can do a Jamaican accent.
You're good. Do Southern.
Like,
I can't
there's
hear
certain
you.
accents I know for a fact that I can do, and then there's certain accents that I know that I can't do, and I don't, like, I'm, like, trying to visualize a Jamaican accent, and I can't.
Listen, just
I
because mom
couldn't
is
either.
Jamaican, grandpa could be country.
Hell yeah.
Grandpa can be country.
It's all from the moms.
Do, like, a deep voice manic, a voice, and whatever happens.
Period.
Hurry.
Third,
Trust the
period.
process.
You're gonna open the book. The book is open. Sorry, I get embarrassed. I don't know why. Just out of nowhere, I just suddenly realized I was being perceived.
Oh no. You're doing great. We love your voice acting.
Yeah. I gotta tell you, opens the book and he goes, tonight, Belfrin, we are going to go over the story of the eternal snake. Here you will see the snake who likes to eat. The snake who likes to be fed. He likes to be fed until he is full. And you know what happens when a snake is full? They feel free. And then he says more shit, but I don't wanna.
He says more shit. So she's gonna like snap out, and it kind of looks draining and stuff to push through somebody's thoughts and stuff to delve deeper, because she doesn't do it often. Normally because people don't want her to, because she sees a lot more than what she leads on that she can see. And so, like, any childhood memories and stuff, she probably went through to see it all, but tried not to look into them because it wasn't what she was looking for. But she not only like sees them, but she feels your emotions. They kind of become like her emotions. So all the disgust you felt, all the wondering where your mom was, she felt all that. She felt it like they were her own feelings. And so it almost kind of looks draining and stuff. Like all of her feelings got pushed away and your feelings became hers. And out loud she says, the eternal snake.
You see the jester, without using the mirror, you see his smile begin to falter before he gets to fall. And tears slowly stream down his face, smudging the paint that was painted on him, and you just hear him whisper a thank you before he slumps over and officially dies as he falls out of the chair, and you are all able to get up. The children no longer there, almost as if like in a puff of wind they disappear, or perhaps they were eating themselves.
Oh my god.
Silly. Not silly.
Silly. Azaria feels grateful that she was able to feel sorry for him and tell him that she was sorry that nobody was able to save him and to like let him be free of that, because she has no idea how long he'd been sitting there before somebody had gotten the riddle correct.
I mean, you can look. The jester costume is literally that. It's a costume. You can try to see if he has any belongings.
Okay, do I have to roll for investigation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
My
give it to you for
investigation is
free.
so bad. Please don't do me dirty. I'm sick of the 9s. I got a 7. She doesn't want to touch it. She's more like, it's corpsey.
Corpsey is hilarious. Enid doesn't mind, I guess. Enid, what are you doing to that body?
Shit. I'm all up in that bitch. I am like, dude, I feel bad, but I don't feel as bad as this bitch does. Okay, I'm up in that bitch. I'm like, we're searching somebody? Okay. Like,
So when you unbutton his the jester top, you notice that he's wearing clothes underneath it, and you're spreading the fabric aside, and you see that he has a name badge for this elementary school. Though the name of the elementary school is not on this badge, the symbol of it is, and you see that he was a kindergarten professor, not professor, teacher.
Aww.
okay, well now I feel worse.
She feels bad because she could see him crying in the glass.
I never saw that, so.
That's why she feels bad.
Mind
So
elsewhere.
now I feel bad. Like, knowing that he wasn't just a random ass gesture that was probably like, I don't know, I was thinking it was a hallucination. I didn't check.
Damn, so he was here for a long time, just stuck here, which makes her feel bad.
Stuck here and then trapping everybody else here because they could never figure out the riddle.
Oh my
Can I
god.
take his hat?
You want his rusty, dirty, corpsey hat is crazy.
Yeah.
Seeing all the kids he
Go
taught
touch their
eat
hat.
each other, that hurts my soul.
Yeah, all the kids he taught just eating themselves and stuff and never being able to move is so sad.
And him tricking people into also doing it, and he has to watch because he does not eat himself. His job is to watch, so he's just watching everybody eat all the kids that he helped take care of. Welcome to University of Carmarthen, everybody.
That is so
That's so
My name
sad.
is Mastermind, and my name is E. I'll be your DM for the
I'll be.
He must have been so happy when they finally got it.
He
You know what
cried for real and said thank you before finally dying.
I'm putting my boots back on.
I would literally-
You're just
Put
barefoot.
your boots back on.
I could take the hat, right?
Do they have pants on?
That.
Do they have
He's
them
like-
burnt?
Yeah, I take the
Burnt on.
hat. I'm putting it on.
He's like, I got a jester hat. Oh, it's
I
not
have
picking
two
you
hats
up,
now
E.
because I'm
That
putting it over my
have-
regular hat.
Yeah, so while wearing the hat, go ahead and write down in your notes that while wearing the hat only, you get 1 bardic inspiration per short rest that you can use yourself or give to other people.
I want his clothes. Like, I want his shirt and pants.
She's like,
They were
I.
cute.
Okay,
Is the
they
tomato
had
on
they
fire?
had shit in them. They
Like,
had
his
blood.
intestines are pouring out into the rest of his shirt and into his pants. You want that?
Yeah, there's
know.
blood and gore. She's like, I'm gonna put it on regardless. I'm gonna
his,
wash it.
spleen was out and whatnot. Like, he didn't even have a pelvis. Like, he was just pouring out inside of those pants.
You better
There's no-
wash
I
that shit
know,
first.
dude.
Put it in a separate baggie, carry it around
Well,
and
I
clean
was
it.
going to.
Yeah,
I just thought
nasty.
his style
That's
was
depriving
cute.
this man of, like, all his dignity.
He's
no, I'm not.
already dead.
He was forced to wear that outfit for who knows how long. I'm
Yeah.
helping him. He's dying in the outfit that he wanted. He chose to be
stripping
in.
that body. You stripping
his clothes.
him.
There is no nicer way to put it.
Clothes.
You know
You're
what?
wrong
I
about
feel like letting him get out of the clothes that he was forced to wear and be a fake jester would be a relief. Like, who wants to stay dead and trapped in eternity? Cause who knows if his soul moved
No,
on or if he's just
Maybe
stuck
he
there.
wants to keep his pants. You take his pants
don't
away, he ain't got no pants.
He don't
He
got no
doesn't have
legs. He ain't got no pelvis. We ain't
ain't got
showing
no
his
nuts.
junk. Yeah, he ain't got no nuts to flash.
You're just gonna leave him torso out.
Hell yeah.
There was no torso to. He has his
Is-
undershirt on.
Is
He's
the table
fine.
still on fire?
The table, the fire is, the table itself is not, like, currently on fire. It, like, is severely burned. The bodies are still on fire. And it's starting to reek. Like, it smells like burning bodies.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be here.
You,
no more.
y'all.
Like,
This
I'm-
shit's
As
stanky.
soon as I was
Same.
able to get up, I put my boots back on. I'm getting up.
You can rob them, by the way. I just am judging you.
I'm just judging
Oh,
you.
I'm not gonna stop stealing his clothing just because you say it's weird or mean or evil. I'm still gonna do it.
Crazy that I tortured that man and still went, it's mean you're taking his clothes.
Yeah. Like, he ain't even got no legs. It's fine. Fuck, he need pants for. He not using them.
Do it, Tim. I just wanted to do it.
It's
I'll
like,
rock that outfit.
he's not even using them. I'll use them. They was cute. I ain't gonna let cute
They
pants
was
go to
cute.
waste.
And it's a cute outfit, you're right. So
Like-
each garment of his clothes, his top and bottom, gives him bardic inspiration. So put them all together, you get 3 bardic inspirations.
I'm not gonna wear those clothes right now.
They're obviously
That's good to know in
dirty,
the
and
future.
you need to get them tailored
I'm
to
just
fit you.
informing you for you to write it down since you have the clothes in your inventory so that you can write down that the clothes gives bardic inspiration.
I want you to know that your
Except
bag's
the
about to
hat.
be stinky.
Yeah, except for the hat. Sir Bob got the hat.
I just wanted a new hat.
I'm gonna. Your girl needs to take a short rest. I wanna use pyrotechniques on closest burning body to me, and I want smoke to come out of that body, and I want it to engulf the table, 20-foot radius around that target body. So it's just gonna make a 20-foot bubble around that body of just thick smoke instead of vision.
Bet you do so. What are you hoping to keep inside of the smoke bubble? Is it just
Me.
the smell?
Me. The smell in me. I'm staying in that smoke bubble. I need to take a short rest. Your girl's meditating right now. I need to take a short rest. It's a lot going on. I don't know what they're doing to that fucking corpse over there. Balfrin's trying to reset
Y'all
herself
all
right
get
now.
short rest. If y'all need a short rest, y'all can short rest.
Y'all can't see shit if you're around that table. I'm just saying. It's 20-foot radius, so.
Alright, we're gonna do a short rest.
Yeah.
For a short rest, if you need a short
I'm
rest,
short resting.
just let me know what you're doing while you're short resting.
I'm not even get up from the table. Actually, you're just gonna see smoke come off that body, and I'm just gonna sit there, and you're just gonna
Can I like try to scrape the organs
see me with
out of
that
the
1,000-foot
clothes? during my short
yard
rest?
stare.
Yeah, you can just sit there while you're resting and scrape the organs out of the clothes.
Cool. I don't want it to smell too bad. Like I'm cool with like a little odor, but like I don't want it to like reek. So I'm gonna like try to get some of this shit out.
No, you can scrape out them organs. They're like old organs. Like this body has been in this school for a long time. Like they like kind of fall. They're like mush, almost like you're scooping up mashed potatoes. Yeah, while Enid is short resting, he's over there just scooping out mashed potato type innards.
I think me and Eamon would be sitting on the floor and stuff away from where those wall dwellers were, just like chatting and stuff about like what I wrote on my arm
Yeah.
I
and
want to
like
eat
trying to
straw.
figure this out. Yeah, we can have a
Yeah,
whole
we can
conversation.
have a conversation if you're trying to eavesdrop. I don't mind. There is another room that I want you guys to venture into, but we don't have to. We could end the session after you guys short rest.
Just be sitting there and
I'm still
stuff.
down.
She's gonna like take his hand all cutesy and stuff and be like, come and sit with me while we just like gather our thoughts and rest up a little bit. I do want to talk to you about all the things that I wrote on my arm. It's like all dried blood and stuff and all like tattered and scratched up. And she's like, I don't remember writing this, but I remember when I looked back to see what I was running from, I saw a woman who I think is Miss Donahue for what she truly should be.
He goes, right, I don't remember anything since before we went into the principal's office.
How? She remembers, she only remembers asking what he was staring at. And then from that, she remembers nothing besides entering the cafeteria. So she mentions that. She's like, you were staring at something when we left the bathroom. You were staring at a door. And you asked if I asked you what you were staring at, and you said you didn't know. And then I don't remember anything after that, so I must have seen it too.
You see pure confusion on his face when he goes, when did we go to a bathroom?
She wants to like roll perception, like, or insight. Like, what do you mean? Like, how long were you staring? What is it? Insight?
Yeah.
Would it be insight?
It would be insight.
You're trash. Why would you do that? I got a 7 when I almost landed a 16 plus 4.
Unfortunately, you do not remember when he started staring at the thing.
So in her mind, she's like, it must have been following us, and he was just staring the whole time. I was like, I'm gonna be like, you were just watching the whole time. Like, you had to have been, after we left the principal's, we ran. We went to the bathroom because there was a hiss, like we were being followed. And then we found out that the bathroom mirrors were truth mirrors, and that's why I have this. And she like shows him the truth mirror, and she like flashes it and stuff so he could see his reflection, but she could also see his reflection, almost as if she's like not sure if he's real. Like she's
Looking in his reflection, the background around him almost seems to change, and it looks like he is lost in black smoke clouds. And he kind of looks from the reflection and then looks at you, Azari, and he goes, right, so what I remember is we went into the secretary's office, and then we went to the guidance counselor's office, and then I remember Enid saying something, and then we were in the cafeteria.
We didn't go to the guidance counselors. We went to the principal's.
Right. Yes, the principals. Of course, I'm sorry.
What the fuck? Um, she's gonna look at him and she's gonna be like, can I prick you with a dagger?
Why?
Just to see something. And in her mind, she's like, I want to see if you're real. You're giving me vibes that you're not the same person I cuffed myself to, but that's impossible because there's no way you could have changed when our cuffs are too tight to slip our hands out of.
All right. He goes, right, how about a finger? I don't want to get stabbed, but you can prick one of my fingers, if that's fine.
That's fine. She'll take out one of her
He
daggers.
holds out his hand to her.
She's gonna take one of her daggers and like slice the tip of his finger, more like a slice than a prick.
He winces. It's obvious that it does hurt him, and you watch as beads of blood begin to pool before it begins to drip down his finger, and he like jerks his hand away and begins to suck on his finger, and he's like, what the fuck was that for? I thought you were just gonna prick it.
She's gonna grab his hand back and she's gonna look at it, and she's like, don't question me, and she wants to do identify, like while she's touching his blood and his hand and stuff, because she has to be touching whatever she wants to identify.
Okay. You hear your identify voice go through your head, and it goes, Dark Elf, rare breed of elf known to stay in the Feywild, not seen outside of the Feywild. The Dark Elves were known to start the Fairy War. Dark Elves are usually associated with criminal activities. If you see a Dark Elf, report it to the Fey Police immediately.
Was he always a dark elf?
You have no idea. You actually did not know what he was.
Oh shit.
He was one of the few people that I never told you what his race was.
Oh shit.
Because I didn't tell you what Omi's race was either until you guys met her, and that's when you found out she was an Asimar.
Okay. She's gonna do her bonus action of Aura Vitality just to heal him of his finger and wound.
Okay.
Womp.
He's just very confused right now. He's like, you're stabbing me. I thought we were in this together.
She's like, I'm sorry, your memories weren't the same as my memories, and in the truth mirror, you seemed lost, like you weren't here, like you were in a
I
fog.
am lost. I'm completely confused on what's happening. I do not know how I got to the cafeteria. I am missing gaps of time. I am absolutely lost, and I'm very confused. And if I'm being honest with you, I'm a little freaked out, and I don't need my new girlfriend to be stabbing me, if you don't mind.
I only stabbed your finger and it's healed.
I heard, girl.
So I feel like you should trust me a bit more when I didn't cause you much harm that I couldn't repair.
Blue, you're so funny.
I'm writing that down. Balfron's like, ooh, she just hurt someone.
She just her girlfriend. So she remembers and she's gonna share, she's like, what my writing on my arm says, and we were being chased, versus what I saw in the mirror, is multiple heads, huge, scary, and the moment we look away, we never remember it. I've never heard of a creature like that.
Everybody do an animal handling check.
And she's like, and what she's supposed to look like is...
Oh, friend, you know what it is.
I don't know shit. I
So,
rolled
Bob,
before.
you unfortunately don't know anything.
I know fuck all. I know fuck all.
Man, are you also rolling animal handling?
I can. Let me get to it.
And I'll roll for the dude as well. You don't know shit. He got a 12.
I don't know shit. I got a 12. We're twinning tonight. Look at me and Buki.
Twinning?
That's why we're
You're
together.
the man.
We're the same
Y'all
bitch.
Y'all are Kim on key.
Yeah.
Y'all were like,
We're the
you're
same
both-
bitch.
You're both just rattling that one brain cell between the two of you. Balfrin, the only creature that you know that fits that description is one of horror. And it is one that you never thought you would ever encounter a day in your life. As they are rare, as they are vicious, and they are hunters. A false hydra will make you forget you even saw it, and all of its victims will be removed from your memory. You cannot fight something you cannot remember seeing.
Oh, fuck. So
Are there windows in this area?
Yeah, there's windows. You can see the fog out the windows.
When she overhears Azaria's and Ian Warren's conversation, she's gonna like double take, and you guys are gonna see her like jump from the seat, and she's gonna be like,
This is everyone seeing you, right? Everybody can see you jump from
yeah,
the seat.
whoever's
Right.
still with us, yeah.
Yes, everybody's in the vicinity, so you can all see Belfrin do this.
You're gonna see me jump, and I hear that, and I'm gonna be like, we need to leave. We need to leave right now. You saw the creature? You saw it here with us in the building?
Azaria's
for
gonna...
windows. I'm visibly looking for windows.
There are windows, but like I said, on the outside of the windows, like pressed up against the glass, is that fog, that burn, that you saw burn Sir Bob. And I don't know if you remember this before, but the last session, I wrote this down to remember because you specifically, Belfrin, said this, where you asked if the school was to keep something in or to keep something out. And I think you just figured out your answer. The school is a cage.
I want to go to the nearest window. I want to try opening it.
You open it, and unlike what normal fog is supposed to do, it stays completely still. Instead of rolling in like fog is supposed to, it's shielding whatever it is. It's like it's a wall.
I'm opening the window, and you're gonna see me. You guys are gonna see me go open the window, and I'm going to call out my bird. You're gonna see me put my hands together.
For
And
the viewers at home who haven't been with us, go ahead and describe what your bird looks like, because it will be coming.
my bird basically looks like an overgrown eagle. A gigantic RG. It's an overgrown eagle looking bird.
Little big boy.
Got a big boy coming through.
It does take a few minutes, but you do hear the call of your bird before you see it fly in struggling a little bit with his wingspan to get into the window, so it lands on the edge and then walks in.
I'm gonna scoop up. I can't because they're huge. I'm gonna let him walk in, and oh man, how am I gonna get this message to mom? Oh, the cloth that was under my plate. I'm grabbing that dirty ass cloth. And I am gonna take my dagger and I'm gonna prick my finger and I'm gonna lay the cloth out, make it taut. And I want to draw with my blood.
Hardcore.
I'm gonna just put. I'm gonna put mom help Hydra. I'm gonna put F. Hydra. And I'm gonna give it to my bird, and I'm gonna tell Birdie to either take this to school or take it to mom. Whoever comes first.
The bird, like, perking up at the word mom, knowing that he's gonna get a treat if he goes to mom. He's like, fuck school. I get meat when I go to mom. You see that? Like, he, like, gets a little excited. It puffs out his chest a little bit. He's like, "Oh, I'm going to go to mom. Don't you worry." He takes the cloth in his large, thick talons, and he waddles out of the window before taking off again, unharmed by the fog.
Azaria's gonna stand up quickly, seeing that, and like look at the names, because there was more names on the list. Like there was more name cards than there were of us, and she's gonna start reading them out loud.
And just to play it out, because I didn't tell you guys, bird leaves, and without looking at all you, I'm watching my bird fucking go through the obscure fog, and I'm just saying very loudly, this school is a cage for a false hydra, and we need to leave.
You all know what a false hydra is. False hydras is one of the first entities that you learn about before you're even allowed to go to an adventuring school.
Oh my god. So, knowing that and reading the names off of
You need me
them,
to resend the photo in the thing?
I remember what it looks like. I remember.
Just in case.
Just in case. But she's reading the names. She's reading the names off of the name tags and stuff, and she's like, do you guys remember when we first came here and it felt like there was more of us?
Do you want me to tell you the names? Because I have the list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's reading them out loud.
When she says that.
Okay, so there is Mina Stogart, Erilyn Zolvelnath, Cass, unfortunately, Lil Ro, Mazoga, Chryseria, and Baltaurus.
Aww.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Unfortunate. I missed one. Mina, Aaron, Cass, Mazoga, Baltaurus.
We didn't hear Professor Student.
Yeah.
Chryseria.
For student. Out of character,
It's
obviously.
Chryseria is spelled Prysyeira. Let me know if you need me to respell it. It's also in the campus students. She's the smiling redheaded human.
Aww.
Yeah.
When she's reading the names off, can I do a history check to see if I remember them?
Yeah, go ahead.
I also want to do that.
Yeah, same. I got nothing. Absolutely fucking.
I got 11. A 23.
I got a nat 1 plus 2.
I got a 10.
So for everybody under 15, you don't remember anything. For that 23, you remember freeing a furbolg from a stone. And then you think you remember seeing a female orc. And then you're not quite sure, but a flash of bright red hair passes through your vision, and that's it.
So Azaria was like, I think these were the people that we came down here with, but no longer remember. And she's looking at Ballfriend. She's like, whoever you just sent a message to, if they come down here, they could be next.
I put on the cloth that it was false hydra, so I would imagine it wouldn't come in here.
I don't know. Her baby's in trouble.
Yeah.
Like, you said help.
Yeah. And I'm like, especially, like, if I had told my mother that I was being attacked by a false Hydra, she would have sent an army. She would have sent everybody to die to get me there because I'm supposed to be the next in line.
Ain't nothing
I'll
stronger than
turn
another
and look
grave.
at her like, and why aren't you sending for help?
I'm gonna relay like what I could pick up when we were reading the names, and Azaria says that, and I'm gonna say, based off our head count and what I can remember, we're missing the other people: a redhead, a firebulg, and an orc.
I don't remember any of those people. I don't remember even.
I'm reminding you so you could probably do another history check. I'm saying something.
All right. She's like, let me pray on
That was
everything.
so fucking funny. You beat me to it. I was just about to ask for history.
Nah, she's
You still don't
like,
remember anything.
I have no idea what you're talking
remember
about.
the Furbolg. You remember freeing a Furbolg from stone. And you remember suddenly being with a handsome older man, but you can't make out his face. And you don't remember his name. But you remember the butterflies you felt when you were near him.
Power of love.
The power of love will bring him back to us.
Imagine like red face turning redder but doesn't know why. Why am I embarrassed? Why am I embarrassed right now? I don't know.
Embarrassed. Don't look.
There's no reason. Stop looking. I have blush on, guys. I'm not actually blushing. Leave me alone.
Milky taught me makeup. Yeah, you can roll history.
A 16.
16, you also remember the Furbolg.
Oh yeah, the statue. Dude.
You also remember
You ate a
your
hand.
You
Yeah.
ate your hand. And you suddenly are filled with rage at the memory that somebody ate your hand and now you're never going to get it back.
Yeah. That was a special hand. It was a left hand.
It was a left hand, and he
That
ate it.
specific- It was an orc hand, an orc female hand, and left hand.
It was, and it is gone forever now.
Never getting it back.
No. You're the one that fed it to him.
I thought
you needed the
hands.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny, Blue. That's hilarious.
That's what he said. Terrible. Terrible frog.
What do you guys? Is there anything else in it that you guys want to do in this room?
No. Besides, like, oh, can I do identify on the fog?
You can do identify on the fog.
Alright, I'm gonna cast identify.
You hear your little voice in your head go, narcosis fog. Keeps those inside and those out. Makes for a great wall, a great cage, and great at protection.
Okay, wait, let me read.
What if I just burn this whole school down?
What if?
Okay, so it also teaches me how to cast, like how to actually use that. It tells me, so then when I touch it, if it's a spell, I learn how the spell is created and what was used to create it.
Bet. So, Narcosis Fog is a level 16 wizard spell. And it is a concentration spell, meaning somebody is actively keeping the fog up.
She only knows one fucking wizard, and it's that psycho bitch that fucking chased Froggy Boy. And she's gonna look at Froggy Boy.
True. That's not true. I'm not trying to point fingers here, but your dean is also a wizard.
Did we know that, though?
Yeah.
Holy shit. I'm like, holy shit, though. I'm like...
There's also other professors there who like multi-class and wizard though.
Yeah, but who'd been around long enough?
Our dean's an owl man.
Yes, your dean is an Owlin, and Owlins, what you know, only live up to being around 8 years old. Like 8 years is their lifespan. But wizards can live for however long that they can just keep their mana for. There are a lot of ways that a wizard can stay living.
If she remembers that knowing
have
that
an interesting key that unlocks interesting things.
Oh yeah, she would mention that the fog is casted by a concentration spell by a wizard. And then mention how she remembers two wizards at our school who worked there. But she would think about the dean. Like imagine being higher up and staying at the school. Like if you're a dean, that's like up there with like principal, vice principal, dean, you would know things. You would probably be more in that than the teachers. Be like whoever's holding this concentration spell would know how to get us out if they would allow getting us out. But then we have to
Are you
think.
telling us
Yeah,
this?
this is what she's saying. Well, she's like, because she had to go over to the window. She had to be close enough to use identify. She'd be like, but there's also a chance that telling them that we're in here, that we would be left here to just die.
We can blackmail
And that's
them. We
just
can
say,
say that
honestly,
we'll.
out of character. That's to say if anybody even knows that you're down there.
We could blackmail them. Tell them that we told our families, and if they don't get us out.
Oh my god, that is. Did you say that out
Don't you
loud?
have a-
Did-
yeah, I'm saying that.
Oh
Don't
my
you have,
god.
like a whole army.
Azaria has a pen, an ink pen, and she sees all this cloth, and she's gonna fucking screech. She plays the screechiest of fucking music on her lyre to summon her fucking thing while she is ripping and shredding up cloth, writing false Hydra in the old school in the old fucking Carmarthen school on multiple papers, and is telling her, and she's like, as soon as he gets here, we're dropping it everywhere, all over campus.
Describe what your bird looks like to the people.
Yeah, wasn't it a death hawk?
Mm.
So, what are death hawks big?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
they're the size of a normal eagle.
hell yeah, that thing is huge. That's a big bitch. It's a big bitch. I imagine. Oh yeah, their name is Grim. Their front head looks like they have like a white skull. That's what I imagine they look like. They've got they are beautiful black bird with a white skull beak face. And they are fucking huge.
The way that their beaks work is it grows up as well as down, and by the time it's done growing, their beak looks like it forms a skull mask on their faces.
It's a beautiful skull. They are gorgeous. They are, I think they're female, and they have a mate.
The males will peck at each other's heads as competition, so it helps protect their skulls.
Aw. Yeah, it's a female. It has a mate. She is super, super beautiful, luscious. She is very well kept up and clean. She's a pristine woman.
It takes her a few minutes, just like it did with Belfrin's bird, until she flies in, and she has a better time landing than Belfrin's big bird. Big bird. She has a better time landing before coming into the cafeteria.
I call my bird to help out with the papers and stuff.
So she's gonna
You're
black.
still waiting on your bird to return, Zom.
No, I didn't tell it to return. I told it to just like end that, right?
No, you sent it off.
Yeah, to Frogolina with a message for her to stay at home.
Yeah, and it has not returned yet.
Oh no, what if they can't?
Oh shit.
So you have no idea what's going on with your bird. Your bird just has not returned. So you're literally waiting
Okay.
for your bird to return.
Okay.
So on all of the notes and stuff, she says false Hydra at the old Carmarthen school. Send help. And she writes it on as many cloths as she can rip out of this tablecloth. In a in her ink pen, in her blood. She doesn't give a fuck. If she runs out of ink, she's gonna start using her blood and stuff.
What are you wanting the bird to do with it? Like drop it all over the school or something?
Drop it all over the school grounds.
You don't have to rip up the cloth because it's not tablecloth. It's like those cloths they put under the plate. So
Oh,
it's
hell
already,
yeah.
like in a good.
It's placemats. It's like
Yeah,
placemats.
she's
It's like
going
box
around and
placemats.
she's grabbing all of them from any of the tables and she's writing it down, as many as she can grab. And she's gonna be like, I need you to do this, Grim, no matter what, no matter the cost. Drop this all over the university, everywhere, to everybody, in anything, anywhere, all over the place. Blackmail the school. Be on your chaos shit right now.
You see her getting a little pumped, and she takes them and then flies off. She loves chaos.
She loves chaos. We love chaos.
She's just like, yeah, I get to make people mad. I'm gonna swoop down and try to bite them too.
Like, you let them know this is urgent. I don't care what you do. Get their attention to grab these fucking things and read them.
Yeah. Anything else you guys are wanting to do in the cafeteria now that your birds have set off?
Can I investigate to find some kind of like rope-like material in here?
There wouldn't be any in the cafeteria.
Okay. There's like no
I have
banners or anything,
rope.
right?
Not in the cafeteria. Sir Bob has rope.
Oh.
Yeah.
We all hide in the rope.
Does anyone have rope?
I have rope. I think I have
I
rope
have
in my
rope.
thing.
Rope.
I'll run over and with my bloody hands,
I
I'll
do.
give you.
Have rope.
I'll give you my rope.
I'm gonna notice your bloody hand, and I'm gonna feel bad when I take the rope. And I'm gonna be like, sorry about before. I was just trying to help, and I'm gonna trade you the rope for the middle finger.
Okay. I'll trade you my 50 feet rope for my middle fingers.
Do you want to use the fucking bonus healing to fucking meld that shit back on?
If that's possible, yeah.
It's a bonus action.
I don't think
It-
so.
no, it must be
because
cure
it's gonna be
wound or
considered
some
dead
shit, right?
tissue after it's disconnected. He would have to go to an artificer.
Oh damn,
And
you
get
better
it.
find
Would I be
Professor
able to find
Lemon.
Would I be able to use my mending on it? Because it's less than.
That's exactly what you would use on it, yeah.
Well, then I'll use my.
It's gonna hurt though, because you're mending, you're mending dead tissue back and then forcing it to be live and then mending it onto live tissue. So it will hurt your hand. So be prepared for great roleplay.
I'm gonna.
For great roleplay.
It's a horror. It's a horror campaign.
I'm gonna take the
Oh.
rope from
Yeah.
Sir Bob, and I'm gonna, tie it around myself, and I'm going to ask, can I see your hands?
I'll just reach my hands for.
And I'm gonna take his fingers, and I'm gonna ask for someone's help. I need somebody's help. I'm saying this out loud.
Okay. Enid's raising their hand.
I was starting to look nervous.
Like,
Ned, the way that you raised your hand, my brain went, I volunteer! I
And volunteer for tribute.
All right. I'm gonna remember, my first interaction with you, Sir Bob. I'm gonna tell Enid, do you have something to cover your hands?
Oh yeah, because I'm poisonous. My skin is poisonous.
I like the pants more than the shirt. Here's a shirt.
Oh, damn. That poor
Ooh-wee.
jester's clothes.
I know. He's not using
I
them.
don't have anything else.
Ooh-wee.
Oh, his name
Wait,
was
I'm
Mr.
wearing
Clark, by the way.
His name is Mr.
I'm
What?
wearing like long
Clark.
sleeve.
ARTH.
But
You
are
don't
your
know his
hands
first name because of his
No, my
name
hands
tag,
are.
so only Mr. Clark.
I I guess I'll wait for Enid to cover
Your
her
heart?
clothes. And
Carth. Carth. Carth.
Hearth. Okay. I shall respect that.
His name was Mr. Carth.
Hell no, dude.
I mean, I'm gonna still keep calling him the Jester, but that was his name.
I'll call him Mr.
Hearth.
As
Hearth.
soon as Azaria gets out of here, she's calling the dean and all the wizards out. She'll be like, I know one of y'all worked at the old school, you bitches.
I need
I mean,
you.
they got a mysterious
Enid.
key.
I need you, Enid, to cover your hands, and I need you to hold Bob as still as you can. And I look at Bob.
I need a Constitution saving throw to see if you don't pass out.
This is gonna hurt a lot, probably more than them being ripped off.
That's a 17. Oh shit! I don't.
You will not pass out, and with it being higher than 13, you do not swallow your tongue.
Oh shit!
Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee.
So let's go. You are able to withstand this, but it will be extremely painful. I'm having a great time.
Start role-playing pain, Froggy boy.
Do it! Start screaming! I'm kidding, don't. Your neighbors would hate you.
I'm
Yes,
gonna wait
you
for
like-
all right, Enid, how
I'll
are you
describe
gonna
it.
hold Sir Bob steady? How are you gonna hold his hand steady?
I'm just gonna like splay the like shirt across his back, so it's like going over both shoulders, and just hold
Bear
him.
hug him from behind.
Yeah, basically, but like very cautiously, so I don't touch his skin.
It's probably good so I can't like flinch away and fuck it all up too.
So say this is him.
Crooked
It's like
fingers.
the arms are like not fully touching like the front, and just linking my hands together.
And we will see you guys next week, where we will reattach some fingers and we will see where the rabbit takes us. Stay tuned for what that means.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Have a great night.